Thanks for tuning in to WIS. Tonight we're quaking in terror and ecstasy as we tremble on the precipice of an all-new adventure in horror with our RPG audio drama, The Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program. And now the moment you've been waiting for. Do you hear that? Oh, that's not my line. Sorry. Here we go.
Do you hear that? In the cruel blackness of night, an unknowable evil from beyond time cries out. What dark deeds unfold on the streets of Arkham, and which unwitting souls, innocent or impure, will succumb to the maddening call, the call of Cthulhu.
Omniverse, Chaosium, and Dr. Waite's Orifil Health Products are proud to present the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program live. Tonight's strange story, The Cracked and Crook'd Manse, Part 2. Physical maladies be gone. The answer was inside you all along. For powerful healing and vital stimulation, you've only to sit and wait with Dr. Waite's Ideal Rectal Dilators. Wait is the name spake proudly and loudly by physicians everywhere. A modern, safe, and drugless way to rid yourself of the terrible affliction of piles, foul breath, acne, anorexia, neuritis, asthma, abuse of cathartic waters, and countless other ailments. Dr. Waite's Ideal Rectal Dilators are the best health insurance known. Daily insertion improves your body's circulation and stimulates wellness through the whole being. In fact, Dr. Waite has proudly declared that at least 3/4 of all the howling maniacs of the world can be cured by the application of this invigorating medical instrument. Dr. Waite's Ideal Rectal Dilators come in sets of 4 and may be used by any intelligent person. So start small and work your way up to optimal health. Simply hold it inside or insert and withdrawal to increase the effectiveness of the treatment. You need not have to worry. You have no fear of using them too much. Give yourself the thrill of physical well-being with Dr. Waite's Ideal Rectal Dilators, available discreetly at all fine druggists and instrument houses. Chaosium Incorporated is the publisher of high-quality books and games, including the acclaimed Call of Cthulhu tabletop RPG. Head to chaosium.com to discover forbidden tomes of eldritch knowledge so that you and your friends can succumb to the maddening call of investigative horror adventures just like this one. This live production is recorded and produced in Central Florida, Nashville, Tennessee, and Dinwiddie, Virginia, on lands ruthlessly taken from their indigenous people, the Timucua and Seminole, the Yuchi, Shawnee, and Cherokee, and the Chero and Hakanataway, respectively. Acknowledgement of these first peoples and the lasting repercussions of colonization is the least we can do. Through awareness, we can prompt discussion, allyship, and ultimately, decolonization. To learn more about the First Nations of the lands where you live, visit native-land.ca. And now, our cast. Hi, I'm Kat Blackard, showrunner of the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program.
And I'm Luke Stram, the Keeper of Arcane Lore.
And we have with us an amazing cast who braved some sinister scenarios last night, and now the scenario continues. So let's recap with them who they are and what they think is happening. Josh LaForge, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Personally, I'm doing well. My character is very nervous. He hates guns, and now a gun has been fired, and its owner has gone missing. And what's worse than guns? He doesn't know, but it's here.
Awesome. So that's Renee Morel, am I right?
That's right, Renee, the traveling jazz musician.
And Sawyer, how about you?
I'm doing all right. My poor sweet dancing boy Silas he's having a rough time. He's hearing footsteps on the ceiling. The sheriff's gone missing, and now the only thing protecting the group is his switchblade. So, not a lot of hope.
I mean, maybe it's just Lionel Richie dancing on the ceiling as he's wont to do. You never know.
God, I hope so.
Oh,
Imagine if Lionel Richie was the Eldritch Horror all along.
Best case scenario.
That would be its own problem, as he hasn't been born for quite a while yet. So why he's here and now in 1925, that's its own separate mystery.
Oh my god.
Dottie Vox.
Hey, I'm doing great. Hazel Martin, on the other hand, yeah, she might be in some trouble. So, Hazel is a historian and a a very sincere student of history and archaeology, and a little bit of a scion of forbidden knowledge. So I think that she's got a few ideas about what's going on, and her biggest concern right now is keeping the other folks that are in the house from learning too much, possibly, and possibly making things worse. So she is threading that needle, baby. It's happening.
What a good friend.
I try,
Yeah, the ship is leaving the dock on that one.
She doesn't know that.
Her best. She's doing her best.
She is. I feel like that's the through line for all of these characters is like, well, by golly, they're doing their best.
The sweet spot for Call of Cthulhu, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So how about you, Caleb?
Oh, I'm doing great. I play Perseverando, otherwise Percy for short. He is an architect. He is doing his best and failing to convince himself that he is just in a very structurally unsound, nasty house. So that's where he's at mentally. We'll see how the night goes.
Yeah. So essentially, these folks have been tasked to solve a missing persons case, and they're in the mansion of that missing person. Somebody who was stomping around recently was the county sheriff. He made the whole thing kind of weird, and then went to investigate a noise. A couple shots were fired off screen, and he disappeared, leaving his gun behind. So that's where things were left, and now the gang have even more of a mystery to get to the bottom of.
What could go wrong?
Nothing,
Yeah.
obviously. It's going to be fine.
So this is a charity stream, and as of last night, we raised $1,169.69, or I should say, you folks raised it. Thank you so much. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing turnout so far. Jamieson Lalone, Big Bad Shadow Man, Commander Jesse, Ope It's Frosty, Alicia Garcia, Colin Peterson is cute, MCS, Gil, Brian Pittard, Torg Skoog, Naked Bacon, Dan Blake, Mighty Dean, Scone Mason, Jared Pope, Dizdon, Gary Ur, Duden, Hillary, Tamara, and Robert F. Thompson, and of course, all the anonymous donors. You folks did it. You folks raised us a very sexy number so far. Let's see if we can push it to our $2,500 goal. We are working through milestones toward that goal to complete a ritual. We hope that you'll combine powers with us to make something beautiful happen and enact positive change on the world through donating your money and working through the steps of this thing that we're doing to get to the ultimate point when the stars are right. And we can give this money to the Transgender Law Center, which is a incredible organization that casts a wide net fighting for trans liberation. They are working towards building a better world so that all people can live safely, authentically, and free from discrimination, regardless of their gender identity or expression. Their work is grounded in legal expertise and committed to racial justice to keep transgender and gender nonconforming people alive, thriving, and fighting for that liberation. Speaking of, one of their most recent projects is the Trans Agenda for Liberation. It's a community-led guide that asserts trans justice is migrant justice, disability justice, racial justice, environmental justice, reproductive justice, economic justice, and gender justice. They assert that an agenda for trans liberation is a blueprint for liberation for all. And this agenda addresses the urgent political, legal, and social violence enacted against trans communities, centering trans people of color who have too often had to advance trans liberation from the margins, all while channeling trans imagination to bring the boldest visions to life. The Trans Agenda for Liberation is a living and evolving outline for a world where all people are free. You can learn more at transgenderlawcenter.org. So, Thus so far, we've cast a circle, we've called quarters, we've opened paths to the underworld and the stars, we've drawn down the moon, and the priestess has opened the door, and now we await as the forces beyond descend from pure air. Let's see if you folks can push us towards our next milestone of $1,300. And to incentivize you, you can do some things to help these folks, because everything's escalating in this house. Things are getting dire, and they're going to need your help. So people who donate $50 can give the character, if they're choosing, a bonus die. People who give $100 can have a character's sanity loss. People who give $150 can choose a character to recover 1d6 health immediately after taking damage. And if you pay $250, you can save a player from certain death, which is going to come in handy. And so far, no one has that perk. However, I should also add that if some raving lunatic of great and endless generosity chooses to donate $2,500, an old one will appear and encounter our players in game. That could be imminent destruction, or well, probably just imminent destruction. We don't know. But
Or meet cute.
Get our rectal dilators ready.
Oh my god.
If you're not viewing us on Tiltify at the moment, head to cthulhumystery.com/live and click the video image to get to our Tiltify page. That's where you can watch the stream and do all this donation stuff I've been talking about. Throughout the night, we're also going to be doing random giveaways of books and PDFs of Chaosium's newly remastered edition of Mansions of Madness. So be watching the chat for when we have a book drop, and stay tuned and keep sharp. The next one is going to happen at $1,666.
Nice.
I've been informed that we just got another anonymous donation. Someone, this person says, "I hate fun." I'm sorry. I think you might be in the wrong place, because this is going to be lots of fun. So we're giving away 4 copies of Mansions of Madness tonight, and wait. One of our sound designers proposing that they said "I hate fun" because they took the number away from the 69. But you know, you're giving money to a good cause, so I think you like fun just fine. Don't be so hard on yourself.
$1,000, we can be there again.
Yeah.
It comes back around.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
That's the whole point.
You're only $69.69 away.
So we've been running some giveaways outside of the chat. We've been asking people to share this event, and we randomly selected winners. So congratulations to Derek Fain and Nashina. We'll be contacting you shortly. Thank you so much for sharing this event. If you'd like to see this goal met and aren't able to donate, or donate more than you already have, well, then please share the stream. If you bring in more viewers, we'll see if we can make those stars right for Transgender Law Center. I've blathered on enough. Luke, where were we?
Okay. So, our unfortunate crew of misfit adventurers
Unfortunate. Oh no.
have found themselves exploring the Fitzgerald Manor, owned by Arthur Cornthwaite, who has disappeared. And in looking for him, things have gotten increasingly strange. Currently, the group finds themselves back in the kitchen, where the sheriff had gone not that long ago to check on a sound. And, well, he's nowhere to be found. His gun, having fired 3 shots, lies on the floor in a pool of moisture. Perhaps it's water, perhaps not. In addition to that, Percy Gomez has noticed recently that on the far side of the kitchen, near the door that would lead down to the basement, someone has poured a line of salt across the base of the doorway. And this is where we return to our story. So, crew, what's the next move?
All right, first of all, nobody mess with the salt.
I already touched it, so
Is it,
lay there.
But you didn't You didn't break the line, and that is the important part if my research is correct for research reasons. Yes. I'd like to make an occult roll to learn all about salt mines.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, that is a extreme success with ought to under 50. Or no,
Okay.
under 75. I was looking at the wrong.
Okay, so yeah, you're very well versed in the occult, anyways. But I mean, in this specific context, something like this, salt laid out in this fashion, that's something that's typically done as a warding gesture. The purity of the salt intended to keep away things. There's elements of that in witchcraft, in dealing with angry spirits of the dead, things like that. There's a number of different occult traditions that use salt in that context. And right now they're swirling through your mind, but with it foremost, that's coming to your mind in this case, the way it's laid out, this looks exactly like what you would do if you were going to try to use this salt in some kind of a warding ritual.
Seems difficult to put the salt on the ceiling.
Yeah. Right now, I think whoever put the salt here is mostly concerned with keeping something in the basement, keeping people out of the basement.
Why do I feel like we should go in the basement?
I feel like we
How do
should
you know
not
it's
go in the
not
basement.
The other way around.
But there's one other place the sheriff could have gone.
Upstairs.
We didn't see him come out of here. Unless we want to cut our losses on the sheriff.
I'm okay with that.
I did not like
Guy
him.
was a prick.
I'm not endorsing it, but I'm putting it on the table that is an option.
Is it possible maybe he could have gone upstairs?
Why would he
That
leave his
time?
gun? Why would he fire his gun?
I don't have good answers for either of those questions.
Well,
Well, this whole house is so creepy.
horrifying. Yeah.
Yes.
We haven't been upstairs yet. Maybe we should check there.
It does seem
Sure.
safer.
Yeah.
Let's leave the basement as a last resort, possibly. I'm just saying nothing good comes from crossing a line of salt. It's a bad plan historically.
The real question is who put the salt there?
That is also a question I don't have an answer to.
Is it
But maybe.
neat pour?
Someone who needs help, perhaps?
Is it a neat pour?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's neat pour.
It looks like somebody's taken some care to very liberally pour the salt in a pretty significant line. Like it's not haphazard or anything like that. Like somebody poured a fair bit amount and in a solid and straight line.
Oh. Great.
So
Yeah, let's go second floor.
Second floor. Second floor seems good.
Okay, I head towards the stairs then.
Can I bend down and I'm gonna roll my sleeves up all the way, and I want to kind of touch the moistness and see, like, is it like viscous? Is it salty? I'm gonna stop talking.
Well, the moist patch around the gun, it's not extremely viscous, but it's almost a little bit greasy, but not in the context of like necessarily that it's oily, just that it's like it's thicker than you would think if it was just water.
Yeah, that was gross. I'm not gonna touch it again. I'm gonna wipe my hands off.
Has anyone never fired a gun before? Should we take the gun with us?
And I kind of just leave the room.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, I guess we're going then. Okay.
Is there like a trash can? Can I put it in a trash can?
I don't think that's proper disposal of a firearm. I don't think that's correct.
I don't think it was proper disposal of a sheriff.
That anyway. I've never
yeah,
fired
certainly
a gun.
there is a garbage can if you wanted to like dispose of it in there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
to
like
have it off the floor.
pick it up arm's length and place it very gently into the trash can and put some like bits and pieces, cover it up so that nobody walks in.
Before
picks
we
it up.
do that, I'm gonna walk over to the gun. I'm gonna take the bullets out of the gun. I'm
Okay.
gonna make sure there's nothing else in the gun to be fired.
Okay, yeah, you pop the cylinder open on it and pour out 3 45 bullets into your hand, and then there's the 3 spent casings as well. I don't know if you have any plan for those.
I'm just gonna throw the lot in my little suitcase that I'm assuming I'm still have with me because I never put it down. I just realized.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, with it, yeah, you've got the suitcase in one hand and that makeshift torch in the other. Speaking of which, at this point, just to remind everyone, generally this house is pretty dark. All of the windows are shuttered, and Hazel Martin has her strong flashlight, but outside of that, the only other source of real light is the makeshift torch that Silas had assembled on your first trip into this kitchen.
I'm gonna go ahead and light that because I don't think I have yet. I think I just So we can split up at this point if we think it wise.
Sure. Cover more ground.
Okay. Miss Martin, you're head of our little intrepid group. Any preference of partner?
As she's like already like halfway out the door, like chasing after Renee. You two go together and we'll go together, and don't open any books and don't cross any salt lines. And if anything is glowing, yell very, very loud.
Sounds like
Okay.
a plan.
Okay.
And she like dashes out the door behind Renee.
So wait,
Okay.
are you going to the? Okay. All right.
So Renee's already headed out into the main hall. Hazel goes following after her. We'll go with you two first for a little bit, and then we'll come back around to Silas and Percy. So Renee, where are you heading somewhere specifically, or are you gonna wait for Hazel to catch up to you and decide where to go?
Well, I left because I was very nervous about the gun, and now I'm thinking I just need to get up the stairs away from it. But I notice Hazel behind me, and she seems very frantic as well, but does not have the gun, so kind of motion with my head and a little nod towards the stairs. All right.
Yeah, let's go. Well,
All right,
she's-
here we go. And we start up the stairs.
Okay, here, give me just a moment, and I'll give you a quick map of what you see with the second floor as you slowly walk your way up there. And as you make your way up onto this second floor, first of all, what you notice is that kind of running around the entire open area to the main hall down below, there's kind of a banister that runs around it, and up here on the far side, on the southern side of the house, there is a rather nice kind of well-appointed lounge area that abuts the front of the house. There's a pair of very large windows that look like, if they weren't shuttered up, they would actually cast a nice light throughout this entire area. In addition to that, you can see a number of doors heading off in various directions. On top of that, in the area kind of where you initially come up, the upstairs landing area, there's a couple of chairs that are there as well, including a table with a rather beautifully decorated telephone on it with nice gold filigree and embossing on it.
Well,
we have the we have an extra calling card for the lawyers, do we not?
yes, I have it. It's in my bag here, somewhere. As she goes ruffling through her papers and eventually draws out the little card that has the lawyer's numbers on it. Should we call them? What do we say to them?
I feel like maybe they have more information than they let us know about.
I think you might be right. Yeah, let's call them. Let's call the lawyers. And Hazel will walk over to the phone and dial the extension for.
Okay. Yeah, you get through. Fortunately, the telephone does pick up, and you reach the local operator, who then connects you through to the Dodge Brothers Law Office, where the phone rings a couple of times before the familiar voice of Walter Dodge picks up and says, "Hello there. This is Walter Dodge of the Dodge Brothers Law Office. Am I speaking with
This is Hazel Martin, the private investigator you hired to go to the Fitzgerald Mansion. I have a feeling that you didn't give me all of the information about the Fitzgerald Mansion, like the murders, and I would like to be filled in, please."
Oh, well, yes, unfortunate business that. Well, I wasn't sure if it was entirely relevant as, well, it's all business that's been, taken and resolved, and some of these people have been dead for literally decades, so I can't imagine there's anything that they would have to do with this current case. But unfortunately, the house does have a bit of a history.
I can't imagine how history would be relevant to our current, something about learn it, doomed to repeat it. If I could just get all of the information that you have, I would be very much appreciative, specifically regarding, murders or strange occurrences that have taken place in this house.
Well, the murders are mostly history, but in terms of strange occurrences, do you mean Mr. Cornthwaite's behavior and activities before he disappeared?
Yes, that would be highly useful.
Oh, well, you need but only ask, Miss Martin. But yeah, sure thing. I'm not proud to say it, but I think I may have mentioned it in the letter. I was one of the last ones to see Mr. Cornthwaite. He was quite erratic and irritable. We were concerned about some of his financial dealings, particularly in terms of his allotments for his house staff. You see, starting last year, late last year, he had been requesting increasingly smaller draws for them, because you see, he tended to handle his staff expenses himself. He would withdraw the cash from us and then pay all of his people, mostly out of towners generally. And with it, over time, he just needed less enough money. He was I guess letting them go. I don't really know why. Perhaps maybe adopting some kind of more solitary, do-it-yourself work ethic, or some kind of depression, perhaps, because he was acting a little bit strange. One of the last things that he had asked for even was, well, I don't know if it's of any importance, but yeah, like one of the very last things that he had asked for from us before his disappearance was a load of salt, like a truck full of it, and when we went to finalize it, he had already gone, so we just canceled the order.
A truck full of salt? Like a whole truck.
See, that's almost word for word what I told Mr. Cornthwaite. A truck full of salt, you sure? Mr. Cornthwaite, I believe that's too much salt, but he was very insistent.
Indeed. And the staff payments, did those get smaller on a regular basis? Maybe that coincided with any sort of astronomical events or anything?
Well, I'm no astrologer, but I think, I mean, the moon happens once a month, so I mean it was monthly, so I guess maybe kinda. But like,
so someone went missing once a month, or someone was let go once a month then?
I don't know that it was quite that regular or anything like that. Like I think there may have been a couple people that he let go in a single month, but he didn't really talk about it much. Like I said, mostly he handled the house staff himself, and you know, it's really a kind of thing where we handled most of his business for him. We were perfectly happy to let him handle that little part, that, you know, some of his other ancillary expenses, but with it, we didn't people. It really wasn't until you know, no one was left, and he started you know, making the inquiry for the salt, and just being very, very concerned, very demanding that we only do business over the phone as well. At one point, my older brother was a little concerned about Mr. Cornthwaite's condition, and decided, you know, was he was going to go out and visit, but Mr. Cornthwaite would have none of it. No one was to go to the house, except for the salt, which I suppose was to be driven. He paid extra because he was going to buy the truck and just have it dropped off like in the front driveway, and just left, and like the whole thing was his. I don't know. See, very strange. Who would do that?
Indeed. And did this all coincide with his return from his last archaeological expedition to Peru?
Oh, no,
was it?
No, that was back in 23. Here, hang on. I can give me a moment, and you hear the sound of a chair scraping across the floor, and the sound of a file cabinet opening, and some rustling sounds and things like that. And then after another moment, you hear some footsteps, some things being set down on the desk, and then he says, Miss Martin, are you there?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here.
Good. So yeah, I have some of the paperwork that Mr. Cornthwaite had, you know, that we had for his expedition expenses. Yeah, you know, it's very typical stuff, you know, for most of his expeditions, at least the trip out. The trip back was very unusual, because in the end he only paid for his own return ticket, which, you know, usually that's not the case.
Yes, normally the rest of your expedition survives. And did he pay to bring anything large back with him or anything? Was there any shipping expenses from South America?
Now, that's a strange thing. From what I understand, you know, he had brought quite a lot of equipment and some things for potentially bringing back a large haul. In the end, hang on, let's see. Let me look it up. Okay, first class ticket, seating 1. Well, I've got a ticket stub here for check-in for a single steamer trunk, which seems a little small for, you know, for an expedition like that. But you know, rich folks, they're
oh yeah, unpredictable to say the least. She turns around to Renee, like she's been holding out the sort of receiver of the phone. Have you been getting all of this? I tried to make him really loud.
Yes. I do feel like there is a. You still don't know very much about the murders.
And these murders that took place at the house, with what were there? The Kerwin murders,
The Fitzgeralds.
and the
yes.
and the Fitzgeralds, and I believe there were others as well.
Franklin's went missing, disappeared.
Well, the Fitzgeralds, they were the one that built the house, and it remained in their family for quite some time until they had a couple of the sons go off to the war, the Civil War, and one of them caught it right away at the Battle of Bull Run, and he was put down, didn't survive. John Fitzgerald, his brother, went through, survived the entire war. Although I guess he took a pretty nasty hit during his time. He ended up surviving and came home. Some kind of untoward family business, really. He, I guess, from what they say, he killed his whole family and then himself.
Oh, wonderful. So that's a pattern then of most of the murders.
We should.
Okay.
You are a historian, Hazel?
Yes, I am.
And I reach my hand over the receiver and mute the receiver with my hand. I said, I bet there are a lot of valuable artifacts in this house. And if it's going to fall down anyway, we probably, should get out of here as quickly as possible with as much as we can carry.
I could certainly use some help looking for a steamer trunk.
Well,
And I have no opinions one way or the other as far as to the material goods that are in this house.
I am so happy to hear you say that. And then I take my hand off the receiver.
Yes. So, Mr. and Miss. Yes. Sorry, there was a connection issue. Anyway, you've been very helpful with the murders and the Peru and the things, and we're really appreciative for all your help. We're gonna finish up our investigation here. You can expect a full report from me in a few days.
Good. So you've got some leads as to what happened to Arthur.
Leads? Yes. We're narrowing those leads down now. So we'd better get back to it. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
See, I told you Mr. Pell wouldn't let us down. Thanks, Miss Martin. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Have it. Okay, bye. Well, she clicks over the phone, hangs it up.
I was sorry to interrupt. It's just the feeling I get is very distinct in that the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to meet the same fate as whatever met the salt pourer.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I would definitely like to find that steamer trunk and potentially get the heck out of here.
Very well.
All right, let's go find it.
Okay. Meanwhile, downstairs, Silas Merriweather and Perseverando Gomez de Castellano. What are the two of you up to?
Where the others went, but I suppose we'll also go upstairs. Are there more than 2 floors to the house?
Well, from what you saw outside, the look of the house, there's probably 2 floors and an attic.
So, attic? As much as I hate to ask.
Sure.
All right. I head towards the stairs to go up to the attic.
Okay. Okay, so with that, you're going to leave the first floor behind, make your way up to the second floor. You make your way up the creaking steps and towards the second floor. As you do, you come up to the landing where Hazel and Renee seem busily in conspiratorial discussion as Renee is holding his hand over the receiver of a very nice telephone. They nod at you, and you are able to see around in the same area, kind of see this large open area around the open stairwell and area down to the hall below. There's the parlor across the way on the other side of it, and a number of doors in different directions. As you both come up here and you're kind of looking around, both of you make a listen and a spot hidden check. Roll just once and compare it against the both of them.
There goes my die.
And you're welcome to use Silas. You have a luck roll, if you want to make use of that. Generously provided by the fates.
I failed both of those.
I failed the listen, but I passed the spot hidden. It's just it was above 50%.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my luck die.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 20 under 25 and a 20 at 20. So. Pass.
Okay,
Oh.
so Silas makes them both. Well, Percy, you are looking around and off kind of towards the west side of the house, with the rear of the house kind of being the north. Towards the west side of the house, down the hallway, you can see that there's a trapdoor that looks like it would lead up to the attic. As you're looking up at that, Silas, kind of in the other direction, kind of when you come up to the stairs to your right, there's a door over to your right where the door itself is open a little bit. In addition to that, you can hear what sounds like scratching noises within.
Oh, hell no.
No.
Like small scratching across wood.
I kind of tap Percy on the shoulder.
What?
Do you hear scratching coming? I hear scratch. Come on. I start walking over to the door.
No, wait. The trapdoor for the attic is that way.
Yeah, I know. There's something in here. There's something in there.
Okay.
Just trust me on this one. Yeah.
And so in that little mini hallway, kind of to the right, there's a door that goes straight back, kind of from the direction you're walking, and then there's one immediately to the right, and that's the door that's slightly ajar. As you make your way towards the door, you can't really see much. It's dark. You've got your torch, but you're kind of holding it back because you don't want to like shove it through the door alone. With it, you begin to push the door open, and again, it takes a little bit of effort to get it moving, and then all of a sudden it just slides open the rest of the way without any kind of effort. And you find yourself looking into a rather nice bedroom, or at least it was at one point. This bedroom, it looks like it's got a little bit of water damage to it, but you're also noticing the strange little handprints almost, but they're very tiny, like maybe only a couple of inches across, and they're all over the floor in here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Are these like baby prints? Are they baby prints?
Well, it's raccoons.
Oh god. I want to look down. I want to look at those. Is there any? Is it look humanoid, or is it like?
They definitely have a thumb.
Oh. Is there any kind of like claw shape on the end, or does it look like it ends in like finger pads?
It's hard to tell because they're not very distinct to begin with. But you hear a little bit of like skittering, scratching sound from underneath the bed on the other side of the bedroom.
Give me the torch. It's probably a fucking raccoon that got in through the ceiling or something.
I hand it to him and I kind of like watch from a distance.
Yeah.
Not today.
I'm gonna. You said it was under the bed, perhaps?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of hike up my pants a little bit and crouch down. Take the lantern, kind of peer under. I am assuming there is a bed skirt.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a sanity roll.
Oh, good.
Oh no.
Okay. Right out the gate.
No.
Okay, that is under 50%. I don't know if that does anything.
It's based on whether what your current sanity percentage is, or your current sanity score.
Okay, yeah, that's a pass. I got a 19 out of 44.
Okay, well, you're already well equipped with the rational explanation for what this definitely must be, and as you pull it open, this horrific black beast, about 2 feet long and with red-rimmed eyes and tiny human-like hands that it's kind of holding in a nervous position, and sure enough, it is a terrified raccoon just staring at you.
Okay. So it's a raccoon. Don't freak out. It's a raccoon. Okay. Okay, chill out, little buddy. Just like calm down. Calm down. Do you have any food? Do you have any food in that backpack? Whatever.
No.
I'm just asking. Well,
Maybe we should just like leave him. Obviously, we're trespassing in his bedroom. We were very rude. We just walked in.
That's fine with me. I'm going to back away very slowly and just...
Before we leave, are there any like books, journals sitting on any desks? Anything that looks like it's been like messed with recently?
No, this bedroom looks rather sparsely appointed. There's not really a whole lot in here. It looks like it's a bedroom that it's either not used in any kind of regular basis, or it may be used by some of the help or something like that. But yeah, looking at it, it doesn't look like it's lived in by the owner or anything like that. There's no signs of business being done in here.
Okay. All right.
Except for the raccoon's business in the corner.
Of course. It's a very important business. I don't know why you're laughing. To the attic, I suppose. Sorry, I just...
No, it's fine. It's worth investigating. You don't know if the professor is clawing around underneath the guest bed.
Too true. So we head out.
Okay.
Close the door.
Okay. Yeah, and as the two of you come out, Hazel and Renee are finishing up their conversation on the phone, and the four of you are again reunited on the second floor landing.
Any luck? Any new clues?
Well, there is apparently a steamer trunk, which may have some more further information and clues for us. Apparently, everyone that's ever owned this house has gone crazy and murdered their whole family. So that's, a big headline.
I love that. Love
yeah.
that.
And,
well,
so I think maybe we should just try and wrap up this investigation. Just see if we can find that steamer trunk, see if we can find any books or journals that we could theoretically take with us out of the house, away from the house.
we have to stay here tonight if we don't. find
Yeah.
anything, huh?
Yeah. Something.
I'm gonna sleep in my car.
Something I don't particularly want to do.
Has anyone found the guest bedroom yet?
Well, there's a guest bedroom over
Yeah,
there.
don't go in there.
There's a raccoon. He's very busy.
Oh.
Yeah.
But thank goodness.
So
Yeah.
we were gonna go check out the attic. Might be some trunks up there. You two might be able to find his bedroom. He might keep it with him.
It's yeah.
There is a door here right near you.
Let's why don't we just all look in this this door that's right here,
Let's do it.
and that could be good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so who's grasping that door handle?
Not it.
Renee will he'll move forward and pretend that he's not scared and scoff a little at their shaking in their boots, and he will
friend.
try the door.
Okay, so immediately, the door that's immediately across from the stairs on the upstairs landing, you grasp the door handle and open it, and this door opens relatively easily compared to most of the other doors that you've encountered in here. And what it opens to is, by all estimations, is likely the master bedroom of this place. It is an expensively furnished room, full of all kinds of clothing and personal effects in here. You see a number of valuable objects scattered around, like a gold-plated cigar case. The ceiling of this room is moist with water occasionally dripping from the center.
Of course.
The last time it rained here.
There's a large fireplace in here, showing moisture around its edges. The bed itself looks slept in, but not remade anytime recently. And in addition to that, scattered near the fireplace, there are 9 partially disassembled shotgun cartridges with the lead shot has been poured out from them and separated into neat little piles. Directly in front of the fireplace, sitting atop a nice rug, is a pair of fluffy blue men's slippers.
I move towards the gold cigar case.
Same.
Before anyone takes a step in, one thing that you do notice is that the area underneath the door frame has been salted off in a manner similar to the kitchen downstairs. Although when you opened the door, you can tell that you dragged across the salt line a little bit. And so whoever had done that salt line had to have done it from within the room.
There are no other doors into this room, just this one.
Are you kind of leaning your head into it to look around?
Sure.
Okay, Silas grabs onto the door jamb and kind of leans in like a smooth criminal, looking left and right. And
Arthur,
actually,
are you okay?
Are you okay, Arthur?
happens to see, yes, off towards the left side of the room, there is a door going in that direction. Off to the right side of the room, there's a door going off in the other direction.
Are they also salted?
Yes.
Huh.
There's also a pair of windows towards the back of the place.
Oh.
So either we're gonna happen upon somebody, highlight on body, or I have no explanation for how that's possible.
Can I tell if the switch for the flue is open?
So
From where you are, probably not. You'd have to make your way to the fireplace.
I reach into my pants pocket and pull out the switchblade, still closed. And I step out across the threshold into the room.
Okay. Brandishing your unpopped switchblade, you make your way into the room. A beat passes and nothing really seems to happen other than the sound of wind blowing against the shuttered windows outside and a slight creak to the house. As you step further into the room, where are you headed?
Headed towards the golden cigar box.
Towards the golden cigar box? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, yeah. As you make your way towards the bed in the back of the room, next to it, there's this nice nightstand there, a golden cigar box. You reach down and heft it up in your hands. It's got a nice weight to it. I'm presuming you flip it open?
Yes.
Okay.
Quietly.
Slowly, you lift the lid of the cigar box, and within, you find several cigars and some loose change. Another one of those coins is in there.
No more coins.
Although the cigar box, it is quite nice. And that gold, as now that you've got it in your hands, that's real gold.
Very, very good. I show off the cigar box opened to Perseverando and show him that there are some cigars. I tilt my head and close it, put it in my pocket, and
Nice.
start making my way around the bed and looking at the fireplace and the extra room. And I eke out a small hello.
Okay, so investigating this master bedroom, you're looking around, checking the bed. One thing that you notice when you look around the bed, underneath it, you find a large tin canister with salt written across the side. The lid of it is opened up, and the canister is basically empty. There's only a little tiny smattering of salt within.
As I shake it to find the how much salt is left, is there enough to recomplete the line that we disturbed?
Well, with the line that you had disturbed, it hadn't really been broken. It's more so it had been piled up to such a level that the bottom of the door had brushed it when it was open. So the line's still contiguous. I mean, with it, if you're looking to kind of reshape the line, you definitely could. But there's not enough in here to redraw the line.
Mm. And I look at the what I can only assume is the closet door and its line of salt.
The other lines of salt, the one further to the left, leading off into another room, that one looks undisturbed.
Okay. I look to the rest of the group and shrug and wave them in.
Hazel just steps in cautiously and starts looking around for journals or a steamer trunk, or any other occulty sort of keepsakes in the room.
As Hazel steps into the room, she's greeted by basically the same sight that everyone else has seen, kind of this nice, well-appointed, expensively furnished room. Yeah, sure enough, there are salt lines around at the doors. Taking an additional look, trying to keep an eye out for things along those lines, Hazel also notices that there are salt lines along the windows as well.
Well, someone certainly wanted to keep things out of this room.
How about
So-
that chimney?
Yeah, is there a fireplace in this room?
Yeah, there is. That's the fireplace.
Okay.
It's got a nice rug in front of it with a pair of blue slippers.
Blue
kind of,
slippers.
yeah.
And does
lying
it have
near
a salt line blocking off the fireplace?
It does not.
It's about to. Can I have that jar of salt, please?
Certainly, but I think you'll be disappointed. And I hand it to her, and
She looks into it. Is there enough salt to like draw a line across the fireplace?
If this were a dollhouse, totally.
Damn it.
Otherwise, not quite enough.
Hazel looks dejectedly at the empty salt canister and sort of sets it down. I think we should continue our investigation and potentially not stay in one place for too long.
Is this the source of our moisture kind of leaking down from like an open flue or something?
No, it's more in the moisture is more in kind of the center of the room at the top of it. And it's definitely not the kind of thing where this moisture would be spreading through the entire house. With it, this is just kind of another unusual patch of it where it looks relatively recent. And you don't see you don't see any sign that this was any kind of like initial leak that then spread throughout the house or anything like that.
Nothing on the ceiling?
There is the wet patch on the ceiling that I had first described, and with it, every once in a while there will be a drip of water that splashes to the ground from the ceiling.
I think we might have to go up to the attic.
Let's finish out this floor and then I guess we'll go up to the attic.
I'm a little confused about the fireplace. It is wet around it, you said?
You're gonna take a closer look. Yeah, go ahead and make a spot hidden roll.
Okay.
Anyone who's gonna help Renee kind of investigate the fireplace area is welcome to do that.
Hazel will definitely help out with that.
Same.
Nope. 51 of my 55, so success.
That's a
barely.
hard no.
I
That's an 80. I think
22 under 65, so that's a hard success.
Okay, so Renee and Hazel have successes on that.
Yeah, hard success. Woo.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, Renee, as you're kind of looking around near where the slippers are, there is this patch of kind of a translucent stain along it. And yeah, you point that out to Percy, and I mean, it looks like something that, it may have been a wet patch at one point, but it's not currently. It's more like a almost like a water stain, like a water mark, but not quite. Like
I would like to touch it and smell it. Does it seem similar to what happened in the kitchen?
Yeah, it's a similar kind of smell. It's a little bit of an earthy smell, like almost like compost.
Well,
and the two of you are investigating that stain. Hazel, you notice a little bump in the rug that's on top, that's kind of lying there in front of the fireplace, and where the rug's kind of just a little bit off, and you flip it back, and underneath it is a salt shaker. Looks like a nice crystal salt shaker, and it's full of salt.
I'm just gonna bring this with us. It'll be, just in case. I'm just gonna bring it just in case. I don't. it's getting weird in here. I don't think I even need to explain to you guys anymore.
No, you're good. We get it.
Yeah. So, shall we move along?
Yeah.
Nothing else in here?
Nope, nothing but the sound of the wood of the exterior of the house creaking, the wind blowing against the shutters, and your breathing and your heartbeats in this room.
Comforting.
And the occasional drip of moisture onto the floor.
Oh,
Gross.
nice. Great.
And you said there was a closet and a door, or are there just two doors, or have we already established the one's closet?
Yeah, there's a closet in here, but this is like an old style. I mean, this house was built before closets as we know them were a thing. So there's kind of a standing
wardrobe?
Standing wardrobe, yeah, but there's no like walk-in closet or anything like that. There is a door heading off to the left and right though. Kind of
Did anyone
one on
look
the
at?
left, one on the-
Did anyone look in the wardrobe? Just
Not yet.
I can.
yeah, we'll just take like a quick look in the wardrobe, and since it's the only place we haven't looked, and then
I
pick a
go
door.
take a peek in the wardrobe. I go take a little look.
Okay, Silas grabs onto that wardrobe door handle and slowly opens it to the darkness within. The flickering light of her torch reveals a wardrobe filled with expensive and rather tasteful suits and clothing. Looks like Mr. Cornthwaite was. I mean, this is yet more evidence that he was quite a well-to-do man, and he seemed to have a good sense of style about him, for his personal style, if not the style of his house.
Is anything anything in there? I kind of ruffle through the suits a little bit. Nothing of interest, nothing of note.
Rifling through the suits, you don't really find too much in terms of anything particularly unusual. A couple of the suits actually have some loose change in the pockets. One of which is a strange old coin with a fish imprinted on it, but other than that, you don't really find too much.
Didn't we find
Not
one of
there yet.
those somewhere earlier in this?
I think it must be important.
I pocket the rest of the change because a guy's got to eat, and I hold the fish coin up, and I kind of we've seen this before, gang, right?
Oh yes.
No.
I'm gonna hold on to that just in case.
I open up the cigar case and pull out the fish coin in there and a pair of cigars. How many are in here?
The cigars, there's currently 4 remaining.
Oh,
I take out all 4 and offer them to everyone. It's Hazel, I know it's not normally appropriate for a woman to partake in these days, but
She can do what she wants. She can partake in any vice that she wants.
life's a party, I take a
I've
cigar.
never smoked anything ever. I'm not sure how you actually do that.
I've got a feeling that our friend Percy here may know a thing or two.
Yeah, he probably has a cigar cutter in his suit pocket. He's that type of man.
Classy.
Yeah, so he's gonna go ahead and do that, and take out his cigarette lighter, and he's gonna show her how to properly light the tip before taking in a breath. And okay, now you try.
Okay. She successfully lights a cigar, takes a nice deep drag off it.
Breathe
Yeah,
it in. Let it enter your lungs.
Kind of rubber
really-
back.
It's really
It's only up from here. That's the worst it's gonna be.
yeah,
You're not
that's
supposed
really
to inhale.
great. Can we keep going? No, can we go check out the other rooms and things? Her eyes are like watering, and she's like,
You good? You need a minute?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea.
These are
Smoking
pretty nice.
is I'm just gonna hand this off to someone who I'm sure will appreciate it more than I will.
Thank you.
Okay.
He's just double fisting.
Okay. That's
Just one.
So Hazel and the boys have their little moment with their cigars, or I guess 2 with the cigars I think lit up, and with that, are you continuing on through one of the areas into the house, or?
Could we make sure that the flue is closed before we leave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure enough. You go in, you check the flue, and make sure to wrench it into the closed position.
Very good. Onward and outward?
Upward.
Okay.
Same thing.
No, I
left
think
or
it's
right?
outward.
Right?
No, but that's okay. You got the spirit. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you all turn to the right and head towards the room in the northeast corner of the house, and opening that door up, carefully trying to disturb the assault as minimally as possible. You look into this next room, which is a very large, very expensively appointed bathroom. There's a very well decorated and golden trimmed claw tub in here, as well as all of the finest amenities that you would expect in a house befitting a man of Arthur Cornthwaite's station in life.
Investigate. Just look around and look for any clues whatsoever.
Are there any? Does the mirror open or anything? Are there any drawers? To look
Well,
through?
there is a mirror against the wall. It doesn't open, but there is separately a medicine cabinet in here.
I'd like to look through that.
The medicine cabinet has some of the basics, the sort of things you might expect. Aspirin,
Cocaine.
various analgesics, things
Opium.
like that.
Cocaine to get the ghost out of your blood.
Heroin.
A little opium
Uh-huh.
just to mellow out.
Yeah, stuff that you gave your babies to fall asleep.
Yeah, and with that, one of the things that you also noticed though is that you mentioned the mirror in here above the sink. The mirror, it's got this faint coating of dust on it, like someone hadn't wiped it clean in some time, and somebody's written the letters, capital N, lowercase a, capital C, lowercase l.
That's salt. That's
Yeah,
the
you're right. Well, I mean, it certainly seems to all go together, I suppose.
Oh, I hate
Maybe shake the
this.
salt on the mirror.
Why would
Maybe.
you shake salt at a and she's like already
I don't
taking
know. What
it.
is this?
she's like-
Why does it say salt on the mirror?
She's already
just all
taking
agree
it
there
out
are
of
no
her
bad
bag to
ideas.
do it, but she's
There are
like,
no
"Why
bad
would you
ideas.
do this? Why?"
There are no bad ideas in this hellscape.
All right, as she shakes salt at the mirror, pauses for a moment.
Hello.
Salt shaker in hand, Hazel spritzes a little bit of salt, a dash of salt against the mirror. The faint tinkling of the salt against the glass can be heard as everyone waits with bated breath for something to happen. But nothing does.
Well, we tried.
Okay,
Certainly
I'm all out of
did.
ideas.
Well, I feel doubly foolish now between
well, to be
my.
fair, wasn't your idea.
No, I still did it like an asshat, just like trying to smoke a cigar. Right then.
Awful
And
hard on
as-
yourself, huh?
Well, I just wanted to be a professional. I just wanted to be professional about this.
Yeah, what's
and
the
then
fucking language?
I think
thought-
you're doing great. Hey.
I
Everybody simmer down.
if there's nothing else
As-
to be investigated, shall we remove ourselves from the bathroom?
before we find any more of those coins.
As the lot of you make your way there, because there's two doors in here. There's the one that comes from the master bedroom itself, and the other one, there's a second door that looks like probably, from where you are in the house, leads back out into the kind of the main area on the second floor. As you make your way towards that door, the southern wall of this bathroom, there's this undulation of the wall beneath the tiles. You can almost hear the tiles just slightly crackling and tinkling as you can all see this wave moving from top to bottom along that wall.
There's something in these cigars?
I didn't smoke one, and I'm seeing that, so I'm gonna go with no.
I think it's very important that we leave this room right now. I feel like
Good
that's an
idea.
important thing.
Seconded. Let's Renee.
Already out the door.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
As Renee opens the door and makes his way out, those of you who are still in here, make a sanity roll.
God damn it.
Oh no!
It fell.
All right. Thanks to the lovely luck bonus from Jamie Lalone. I'm gonna re-roll that 92.
Okay. Sure thing.
I'm gonna
Scream fortifies you. Make a reroll.
I'm gonna first thank Jamie Lalone for my first reroll that I had earlier that I forgot to do. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna use my other bonus roll from Evan Murray, and re-roll that 80 over 54.
I failed doubly. I got a 68.
So 20 under 54 for me. For myself.
Okay.
I failed my second roll too, so
Damn.
Here we go.
Okay. Well, that nicotine in your bloodstream wasn't quite enough. As Percy and Hazel just kind of standing, giving that wall the third degree as they're kind of waiting their turn to get out the door, like, because they don't want to be in this room anymore. The entire wall pulses like a heartbeat.
Oh.
Pump.
we need to go. We need to leave. We need to leave the room right now. We need to get out. Keep
We're
going.
both gonna like go through the doorway and get like stuck.
Wedged between each other.
Okay. Yeah, and as you guys make your way back out into the hall, immediately to your left is the room that Silas and Percy know has a raccoon in it. Speaking of which, when you had left that door, I kind of neglected a little detail. Did you leave that door open or closed?
I closed it. I very specifically closed it.
I'm glad you remember.
So with that, you make your way past. You actually hear a little scratching against that door.
What's in that room?
Raccoon. He's very busy.
Oh, great soggy houses, soggy raccoons, walls that pulsate. This is not how I wanted my first investigation to go.
Still up here on the second floor, there's the room that was on the other side of the master bedroom. There was the room in the southwestern corner of the house, and then kind of south on the other side of the room that had the raccoon in it. There is a door that leads off in that direction as well. Which I guess I may as well post the. I'm gonna go ahead and post the entire second floor so you guys can see that.
Howie.
So you've got basically 3 doors left to inspect. There's the one in the northwest, the one in the southwest, and one in the southeast.
Shall we go to the southwest corner? Work our way around?
As bad as any.
Okay, so you make your way across the hallway, across the second floor landing, and make your way towards the pair of doors on the other side of the house. And who is opening this door?
I'll open
Renee! Oh, Percy.
Renee's first in, first out most times.
Somebody's gotta.
Okay. And so with that, Renee opens up the door
Wait,
in here.
It's Percy this time.
Oh, sorry, Percy. I'm sorry. Percy opens up the door. He summons up his courage and wrenches it open. And within this door, what you find is... Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. This room, actually, you go to wrench the door open, and this one doesn't open. It seems to be locked.
Oh, darn.
The house made the decision for us. Next room.
I mean, there could be something in there, though, that we might need.
Well, how do you propose we get in?
As she, like, slowly shifts her gaze to Renee.
We all just kind of.
We all just.
All right. So, I'm kind of what do you need from Renee?
For this door to not be locked?
Yes. Well, I feel like that's stereotyping.
I feel like that's me
I'm-
remembering a conversation we had earlier, but that's
I
feel
besides
like-
the point.
I feel like
Shifty
stereotyping.
foreigner?
I feel like stereotyping would be like them looking at me. I think you're fine. I think you're
Very
okay.
well. Well, if I can't convince you otherwise, I reach in to my small satchel and pull out a lock picking kit.
Okay.
Are you? You are gonna. Okay. Okay.
All right, just a moment. And I go in there. What is this? Locksmith roll?
Yeah. Locksmith or mechanical repair if you got that.
All right, here we go. Locksmith. 34 to my 40.
Okay. So Renee gives it a bit of the old tension and the bump, and the door clicks and unlocks, and begins to swing open. And lit by Hazel's flashlight and Silas's improvised torch, inside what you find here is all manner of things gathering dust. This looks like almost a trophy room or some kind of haphazard storage room for a museum. In here, you can all see all kinds of pots and vases, statuettes, carvings, musical instruments, idols, and more. They all are filling shelves and space in here. There are crates, and it is rather meticulously organized, although it is also very crowded. And one of the things that you all immediately noticed is several figurines have fallen and shattered to the ground. I mean, not as you're coming in, but they are lying there broken and unheated.
Jackpot.
Hazel immediately forgets all danger and goes into the archaeological find room to explore.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
No, let her.
I just didn't want it to.
Oh my god.
broken
And this
stuff.
this is from this with the Peruvian, and that's stuff over here, and I think that's is that from, and like she's just like looking and like completely fascinated by everything.
Is this one gold? Look at this.
Ooh.
Hazel, go ahead and make an archaeology or an anthropology roll if you've got it.
That is a success under my anthropology skill.
Okay. Well, as you are looking through some of these things, one thing that you notice is a lot of these are funerary artifacts. If he got these things from where they came from, these were not just something that he bought. These were things that were taken from a tomb, or some of them even seem like child's toys and artifacts, things like that. You're seeing all kinds of different things in here. This collection is very thorough, but also, these are not the kind of things that would have just been sold to a person. These are the kind of things that are taken.
Just like a white man.
Yet another white man taking the shit that doesn't belong to him.
Accurate.
A tomb.
And this is a death mask. It actually would have been put over the faces they were interred. Oh, okay. Everybody, these are
neat.
Yeah. These all came from dead people. Just throwing that out there.
Victimless crime.
No.
I'm staying away from that one. But yes, that is gold. But this is over here. And is there any sign of a steamer trunk in the room?
Not that you can see. No, there's nothing that seems like it would be a steamer trunk.
Anything that? Go ahead.
Like there are crates and things like that, but this is it looks like it's all a lot of things that have been sitting in here for a long time.
Okay.
Are any of
from the
the
amount of
crates
dust.
open, or are they all like sealed, as if they've been shipped?
These are open. This is not like anything that was shipped recently. There are towards the back a couple of crates that are sealed with pretty old dates on them.
Okay.
Like you see one that's from 1920.
Is there anything from the past few months that came in? Like if are there any dates that are recent on these?
They're you definitely don't see any recent dates in this room.
Okay.
Not at all. You actually see a number of older dates specifically, but in general, this room doesn't look like it's been touched in a while.
Okay.
And these figurines, do they resemble anything?
Renee, as you lean down and give them a look, they look like they're probably, some of them are religious artifacts. Some of them actually look like, I mean, you're not sure, you're no archaeologist, but they look like they might be more kind of mundane carvings, like kind of like little simple artistic pieces, things like that. As you're looking over them, there's kind of a creaking sound, and another one of the figurines falls from a high shelf, shattering onto the ground. And with that, we'll take a break.
Oh.
Oh.
Ominous.
Jesus.
So how's everybody feeling?
Fabulous.
Feeling great. Feeling good.
Super nervous.
Foreboding. Feeling
Yeah.
a lot of foreboding in this IHOP tonight.
I feel very foreboded.
I am very uncomfortable with the energy we've created in the studio today.
You don't like the soggy raccoon energy?
He's the highlight of my day. I love that little raccoon. He's got a lot of business going on. I don't know why you guys are laughing. He's busy.
Yeah. Corner business for soggy raccoons. So, whereas things are maybe a bit trepidatious for you folks in the show, we are doing really well outside of the show. Currently, we have $1,456.69.
Yes.
Yes.
You guys are killing it.
We love
Yeah,
to see
and there's
it.
some lovely comments here. Severely Trans says Percy's player is a thick king.
That's my girlfriend.
Yes.
That is my girlfriend.
An anonymous donor says rich people are strange is a perfect explanation for a lot.
You're right, and you should say it.
Real life.
Evan Tess Murray said aspire die for Sawyer, of course. Commander Jesse said embrace the madness. And Jake said great show. We also have donations from Catosaurus Rex, Bradley
Great!
Russell, and Tamra. would you need a shout out to Katosaurus?
Hi, Kate. I love you. Thank
Yes.
you. Kate
And
made the earring that I'm wearing for Silas.
Yay.
Awesome. That's amazing.
Also, Brad
So-
Russell. He's in my D&D group.
Oh, dope. So yeah, $1,456.69. That is amazing. They have descended from pure air, and as we walk through this ritual, we are now gunning for $1,666, the next book drop of Mansions of Madness. We also have a winner of a giveaway. Jake Flawless won the physical book giveaway. Congratulations, Jake.
Golf claps, everyone.
Yeah.
Well done, well done.
So, and of course, everybody, this money is going towards the Transgender Law Center, a group that casts a wide net to work through legal means and social means for trans liberation. You can find out more about them at transgenderlawcenter.org. They have an extensive amount of information and, most importantly, resources. If anybody you know who is transgender or gender nonconforming and is in a spot of trouble, then the Transgender Law Center has means to do that. They have helped people who are immigrants from other countries who've come here to escape persecution and have met with other kinds of persecution within this system. Trans people who are trapped in, like oppressive detention centers and so forth, and they have helped get them released under dire circumstances. So they do it all, and they look out for people. They're an amazing organization, and we're really glad to be supporting them tonight. Remember, we're working towards the $2,500 goal, and in order to make that, we're probably going to need some more listeners, because we know everybody's giving what they can, and we don't want to stretch anybody too thin. It's for a good cause, but you got to take care of yourself as well. So by all means, take this moment to share this stream, encourage people to come on board and donate. They can also watch last night's show as well if they want to catch up and kind of donate like it was happening anyway.
Bring them to us.
Yeah, bring them to us.
Extend your tentacles.
We have 2 more book giveaways next segment. And right now, we're going to take a quick break, but we don't want to leave you inside. IS DJ can play us something nice. Well, coming up next is another track from Walter Sickert and the Army of Broken Toys off their new LP, War Gospel. Sophisticated, raucous, wildly unusual. The Army of Broken Toys' eclectic sound are like a scream of anger and pleasure echoing from the counterculture underground. At least that's what I'm hearing. This track features vocals by Ghost of the Machine and is an anthem for all the dreamers who won't let the powers that be bottle up your magic. This is Battle Witches.
Every single day I'm waking up in a bad dream.
Okay, folks, we got about...
I don't even know when I fall asleep. They want you to suck out all your colors and give up all your dreams. They want you to bleed out, fade out, blend in, slip in to that machine. They will love you, they will love you as long as they can control you. I'm waking up in a bad dream. I don't even know when I fall asleep. I don't really care what they say about me. I burn the effigies and sharpen my teeth. Battle witches, broomsticks, hexes, moonlight revenge. Clover children, been controlled for too long. Isn't it time we burn it down, 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 burn it.
Traveled to the same block that I was auctioned off. Dry tears on my face, holding a Molotov. My battle cries alarming the broken who's nodding off. Sick of begging and hoping they stop this Holocaust. I'd rather die free after burning all the hate my eyes see. Gave them heart and soul, my flesh and blood still despise me. After shedding plasma on the palm leaves, I'm still one with the revolution long as my heart bleeds. They should have known we've grown, prone to set the throne ablaze. Organized to rise from the catacombs maze. It's been a long time since we felt the sun rays. Insurrection and its flames brighten up the dark days.
Every single day I'm waking up in a bad dream. Witches, broomsticks, hexes, moonlight revenge. Cloven children, been controlled for too long. Isn't it time we burn him down, 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 burn him. Every single day I'm waking up in a bad dream.
You can find Walter Sickert and the Army of Broken Toys at Army of Toys across their socials, and you can find their new record, War Gospel, at armyoftoys.bandcamp.com. But before we get back to the terror, we have a special guest here in the Omniverse studio. It is Brandon Gerson, the actor who plays Father Grandfather, popped in for a surprise. Hello there.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty well. You know, some folks have been donating money in your name, Father Grandfather.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much. Should I be doing father grandfather's voice?
I don't.
remember how to do-
That's up to you, my friend.
Let me tell you a story. Not in father grandfather's voice. I was literally just having diarrhea when Cap knocked on the door and said, "Brandon, come out here and do something for father grandfather." I was literally shitting out. I've been in Maryland for a week. I know I shouldn't have been, and I've been eating nothing but crab because they are obsessed with crab in Maryland. And now it's all coming out. It's like I live.
Sounds like you could use a rectal dilator.
I really could.
Woo! Well, thank you very much, Mr. Gerson. It's been a real pleasure reacquainting myself with you, and good luck on your endeavors.
Father grandfather will return.
Well. So, without further ado, now, back to the terror.
Hunched over the broken remnants of old pieces of art, old figurines, Renee sees another one shatter to the floor next to him. And with that crashing fall jolting everyone, what is the group up to next?
Did we all hear? I'm assuming we all heard the.
Oh yeah, yeah, it happened right in the middle of the room. It just
I'm
fell
okay
right
to
off onto the
just
high
close
shelves.
the door. We can just close the door. We can ignore it and pretend like it never happened.
Are these?
Oh, it's in the room that you're in.
glass?
No. They some of them are made out of wood. Some of them are made out of stone, or in the case of the one that just fell, clay.
I pick up the clay figure
Mm-hmm.
to look at it.
Okay. The piece has an oversized head to it, that's kind of partially cracked. You fit the pieces together, and it is just this screaming icon of torment.
Oh, that's delightful.
Very creepy.
Is this a symbol that I recognize in any
No.
of my research?
With it, it's just kind of a grotesque, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, occasionally some cultures will, they'll have kind of an art form where they will put together grotesqueries, whether it's screaming figures or acts of violence and things like that. I mean, in general, often with simple clay pieces like that, they're often some kind of an exaggerated element of what they're meant to convey. And in this case, you think you've got a pretty good sense of it. The artists definitely did their job.
Was there anything in those crates back there? If we've done all the looking we need to do here, I think maybe we should be looking somewhere else.
Well, none of
Okay.
the crates are recent, so probably nothing that he saw before he left.
And with that,
Try
I'm
to
sorry, go ahead.
stealthily pocket anything that looks valuable out of sight of everyone else. I don't want to seem too greedy, especially after my lockpicking endeavor.
certainly, you pocket the nicest pieces that you're able to find, and the lot of you make your way out of this long untouched trophy room, and across the hall from you is the door leading into some as of yet unexplored room in the northeast of the house, or northwest of the house.
Shall we?
We shall.
I open the door.
Okay. Making your way into this door, this is a nice, cozy den. It has suffered much less of the water damage that you've seen around the house, and it's still in relatively good shape. most of the well-appointed lounges and chairs all look like they're still in good shape. Haven't really suffered any of that mildewing or moisture that you've seen causing problems elsewhere in the house. One of the foremost things that catches your eye in here, though, is a large mantelpiece with an ornately decorated double-barrel shotgun hanging above it.
Huh.
Okay.
Underneath is a small fire grate, just something simple to keep the room warm.
He Hazel will step into the room and look to see if there's any abandoned books, journals, horrible idols.
There's nothing like that around. You do see there's a not particularly hidden a wet bar in the corner, which in this day and age is most assuredly contraband. Besides that, other than the shotgun, a few other cozy things that you would expect to find within a den. Looks like there's a kind of an area, little designated smoking corner here with an ashtray. There's nothing really that stands out to you as any kind of particularly, unusual or creepy facet in this room, at least.
Without missing a single beat, Hazel limps over to the wet bar, grabs the first bottle of brown liquid that she sees, and takes a deep swig.
Pass it over.
Good for you. Put it in rotation. Come on.
Hands it over.
We've earned that. We've earned this.
That and this cigar is the best thing we've gotten from this place.
It's a fact. So we just each take a little swig.
I'm gonna take a moment to fill an empty flask, pull it out of my other suit pocket, and just
just to calm your nerves.
Sure.
Sure enough, a lot of you ransack the liquor cabinet and take your fill.
Are there any drawers or desks or anything to look into in here? Or is it just straight up couches and so?
Yeah, with that it's basically couches. There's not really any kind of this is not a place for doing business. This is a place for hanging out and enjoying oneself.
Right.
As you do look around, though, one of the things that you find kind of crumpled up near the fire grate, kind of underneath the mantelpiece, near one of the small tables, is a crumpled piece of paper.
I pick it up.
Okay. And this is what you find. Just a moment. Pull this up to share with all of you. There you go.
Let's see what's in this note. Okay.
This note looks like it was hastily written and is covered in ink splatters.
Give us a listen. To whom it may concern, I am writing this statement in the event of my joining my staff and my expedition members in death. I, Arthur Cornwaite, being of sound mind and body. No time for formality or legalisms. It is the thing I must tell you of. What is sanity when faced with this? I thought I had fled from it in that foul green place, that accursed temple, yet somehow it has followed me, and I know the signs. There can be no mistake. It's with me. It is a thing so clever, so terrible that melodrama? What's the point? Note to myself in an empty house. Whoever reads this knows it will know of it. But what you must also know is that it has a weakness so simple, so this Dodge has better get the Can anyone else make out that last line? And I kind of hand up paper.
Dodge brace had better get the darn something. It looks like it ends with a K, a C and a K.
Fuck.
The Dodge brothers. The Dodge brothers had better get the darn check. Huh.
Oh. Well,
For
this
For the
this
salt.
No, that's an R. Oh.
Oh no. Wait, what's an R?
No, don't worry about it.
Fair enough. So this
Dodge brothers
certainly.
better get the darn check.
Well, can we circle back to the apparent confirmation that the staff is dead?
And the
Let's-
expedition members.
And
And Mr. Cornthwaite, apparently.
Apparently he was. So this changes things.
Yeah.
Renee, do you think this counts as confirmation of death? Just as an aside.
I think it's going to have to.
Okay. All right. Amazing.
Also, the bit about checks makes me think that maybe we should, maybe get it from them
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
Is there anything else in the back of the letter? This is it.
As you're inspecting the letter, flipping it over, there's nothing on the back but some ink stains where it looks like it was gripped by an ink-covered hand. And looking it over, inspecting it one last time, all of you hear a creaking noise above you.
Oh, I don't like
Sounds
that.
like something's moving around up above you, possibly up in the attic.
There are.
So attic time, I suppose.
Is there anywhere else down here that we haven't checked? We need more salt.
There's one more room.
Let's see if we can find another stash of salt in there.
I pocket the letter.
Okay.
And I
So
would understand if anyone else. I would understand if anyone felt like they wanted to leave, but I
get the feeling that we're in a little too deep to just walk out of here.
I just have to make sure that it can't get out of here. It can't get to anyone else. It's
Something
Let's-
to share with the class, Hazel?
What?
if there's something here that followed him, we have to make sure that it can't leave, that it can't get to other people that don't know, that would be
Don't know.
unsuspecting, that don't
what.
know that these things exist. That
Can we
ignorance
get a little?
is not only
it up a
bliss.
little less? Can we vague it up a little less? What thing?
Like what? Yeah, can you be a
I
little
don't-
more specific?
Well, I don't know specifically what sort of thing. I just know that there are things that do happen to people, and sometimes people try to, they dig up things that they shouldn't, and then other people have to come behind them and clean up their mess and try to make sure that the rest of the world doesn't also go digging in those same holes and dig up horrible things. And so we need to find some more salt.
Renee kind of tests the weight of his bag with the heated figures that he pocketed, and looks up at the ceiling. I'm sure it's fine.
I'm glad. I'm comforted. Great.
I mean,
Testing the weight of all those cultural icons on your conscience.
How's that white guilt feeling? How's it feeling? Good and
there's
heavy?
surprisingly little of it, although I guess it's not that surprising.
Yeah, not really.
Let's see if we
Some
can
crazy white people shit. God.
Let's see if we can find any more salt in the other room before we go traipsing up to the attic.
Let's go.
Okay, so you're going to check out kind of the last unexamined door on the second floor?
Yep.
Okay, so you all make your way out into the central hallway area, and a quick note before you, as you're moving along, Percy probably at this point points out that directly kind of above this this doorway is the trapdoor that would lead up to the attic. But you all make your way away from there, over to the other side of the house, to the final room on the second floor. And who has door duty this time?
Check to see if it is locked.
Okay, this door, you turn the handle, and it is definitely not locked. It slowly begins to move open under the weight of your hand.
Okay, and I throw it open.
Okay.
And back away quickly.
Jump back.
The door opens with a bang, and inside, lit by the torchlight and Hazel Martin's flashlight, inside is it looks like it's probably a guest room, something that looks like it hasn't been used in a while. This is a bedroom.
Look at
in here.
Renee. Look familiar? Is this the one?
Actually, yes.
Gross.
From the looks of it, it hasn't been used. Let's used it.
But this house also looks about 17 years older than the last time I saw it last year.
That's fair.
As you all make your way into this room, it's rather small in comparison to the master bedroom. This guest room, it's got some of the signs of moisture damage in here, although not quite as again, not as severe as you saw in many of the other parts of the house. Everyone can make either a spot hidden or an architecture roll.
Is that a dig against me that there is less moisture damage in this room?
That is a critical success.
Okay.
Nice.
19.
Critical success.
55.
Hard success.
As you
Say
are all
success on a spot hidden.
Okay. As you are all looking around, Percy is kind of standing back. Looks almost like he's kind of doing some math in his head or kind of trying to envision things. And Percy takes a step forward, raps against the back, against the wall with the fireplace, and nods knowingly. Percy, there's something behind this wall. There's another room here or something, crawl space or something. Hazel and Silas, the two of you had passed a spot hidden check.
Mm-hmm.
As Percy mentions that and is kind of gesturing at the interior wall, the two of you look around a little bit, and sure enough, the fireplace in here, there's a fireplace that, well, it's not real. This fireplace is false.
Huh.
And playing around with it a little bit, you find that this actually can be swung open. This is a secret door.
What a pervert.
You could have been standing here listening to whatever the fuck you were doing the whole time.
Ew. Ugh. Well, let's investigate, shall we?
Yes. Very well.
I open the fireplace.
Okay. You open the fireplace and are assaulted by a wave of stale dust as it blasts out at you.
God.
Yuck.
God.
Ugh.
I hate
Well,
it here.
I don't think that they were using this room last year at the party.
And going further into it, Silas, he lofts his torch and looks in and gets to make a sanity check.
Oh, good.
Precious baby.
I dropped my dice again.
Oh no.
Luke, can you roll for me? My dice is under the couch.
Oh no.
Oh, fair enough. 47 out of whatever you have for sanity, which I think is enough to.
That's a pass, baby. That's a pass.
Okay, it's still enough to cause you to lose 1 point of sanity as you're startled. Maybe let out a little bit of a yelp. What you see in here is a grisly scene.
Oh no.
There is a desiccated corpse contained within this.
Oh God. Oh fuck.
What is it? What's in there?
Additionally, you can see all kinds of scratches along the back of the of this fake door. Ancient, old, faded stains against these scratches, and what looks like pieces of fingernail embedded into them.
I stumble backwards and I just I just hold the torch out and I'm just.
Hazel looks in.
And Hazel.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Take the torch. I'm gonna be sick.
Oh no!
And I hand this torch over and I kind of duck out.
Hazel gets to make her own sanity roll.
She certainly does.
Oh,
that's a good old failure. But fortunately, Tamara donated. Thank you, Tamara. I'm going to be using this as a reroll. Hazel cannot afford a sanity loss. Oh, good. That is a success. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you.
Still 1 point of sanity damage.
Oh yeah.
But even then, the shocking tableau of this desiccated corpse and the unusually shortened fingers that it has, along with all the scratch marks and everything, you more or less keep your wits about you once you recover. But one of the things you notice is as you're actually shining your flashlight around in here, kind of when you stumble back for a moment, that's actually what kind of gives it away. Looking up, it looks like there's a trap door up above in this small hole.
How small is this hole? Hazel's not in the hole. Hazel's peeking up and then backing quickly out of the hole. There's one desiccated corpse. Does it look like the corpse would be approximately Arthur Kerwin corpse, or
do you have anything that would give you a good sense of that?
Archaeology?
Yeah, sure.
Mummy. How old is a mummy? I don't know.
It's a little out of the field, but yeah. I mean, at the very least,
we'll go for it. Yes, that is a success.
Okay. Well,
24
again,
under 26, baby.
This is not something exactly what you would normally use it for. This is a little unorthodox, perhaps. But even so, you do get the sense that this has been here for some time. The cut of the clothes are definitely well out of fashion. Even though they're in terrible shape, you can still make out enough of them to tell that, yeah, this is probably sometime from maybe the Edwardian or late Victorian era. With it, this doesn't look like Cornthwaite.
Okay. Well, it's not Cornthwaite. It's definitely older than that. I must maybe Victorian, maybe Edwardian. Okay, stop looking at the corpse clothes. Stop. Okay. There's a corpse in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a mummy, but there's also a trapdoor.
No.
Like someone dropped him in there with the trapdoor?
Maybe.
Fingers,
I have a thing about small enclosed spaces. So going in there to check, I feel would be one of you fine, strong, upstanding gentlemen's jobs.
Strong, I'll take. Upstanding. I don't.
Upstanding, I'll take. Strong.
Upstanding, I'll take. Strong is not my.
Okay, well, we have fine, strong, and upstanding, and one of you needs to do it.
Oh, I'll take fine.
So you're gonna do it.
All right. Fine. What's a corpse? It's not a big deal.
Gross.
Maybe
Foul.
we could get him out of there.
Fine. All right, give me that. And I take the torch.
Yeah.
And
Wouldn't the
I,
You want the
flashlight's
here?
better
Take this
for an
instead,
enclosed space?
and hand him the flashlight.
well, it's a, okay, fine. And I take the flashlight and I walk down the stairs. And how do I notice something anymore? Any investigation I can do to this?
So yeah, so with this, basically the fireplace itself is a kind of a secret door. It's a fake fireplace. It opens up into this small little monk's hole, basically, like a small kind of little cell. And in here, there's just barely enough room to stretch out. Like you could probably put a cot in here if there weren't already a corpse occupying a big chunk of it. But there's not a whole lot of room in here. Other than that, though, the only real thing of notice, other than the fact that it looks like whoever that was that's dead on the ground, at some point long ago tried to claw his way out through the fake door, or sorry, through the fake fireplace. Up above is what is a trapdoor that looks like it probably leads up into the attic. And there's plenty of handholds to reach there. At least you can see them with your flashlight. But if you didn't know what was going on in there and you didn't have a flashlight with you, yeah, this would be a harrowing experience.
Okay, well, is it so? There's not enough room for anyone else to join me in this little area.
There is. There's easily room for 2 people to stand comfortably in here. All 4 of you could cram in at once if you wanted to.
No, I don't think there's any room for anybody else to be in the room. No.
What? You need someone?
I move to the handholds and I start to climb and I grab at the hatch for the trapdoor.
Okay. So yeah, with it, you pull at the hatch on the trapdoor and you're able to push it open. It's not even locked. And you find yourself pulling your head up and shining your light into a spacious and somewhat cluttered attic area.
All right, I descend and I look out with the flashlight and I say, I found the way into the attic. It's not locked. It seems as safe as anything else in this mansion.
Can we go through like the normal way to the attic? That we don't have to see a dead body.
It's just. He's been here a long time. It's not going to hurt you.
Or go through a small tunnel hatch.
Silas steal my nerves. Okay. I just want it on record. I hate this. I walk in, I follow Renee up.
Okay, and I will do my best to go up into the attic, and then I will shine the light down through the hatch, illuminating the corpse, but also the way.
No, why the emphasis? What? Do you hate me?
Do you want to go like the other way?
Let's do that. Can we get the torch to? We're gonna come around in the other direction.
You have the torch. I handed it to you.
Oh, okay.
I fell.
I'm gonna take the. Yeah.
Okay, so with this, Hazel and Percy are gonna make their way towards the other hatch and head up that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Hazel and Percy, as you make your way along, make a sanity.
Oh, god damn it.
Ooh, failure. So much failure.
Extreme failure.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so Hazel, you lose a point of sanity. Percy, you lose 2 points of sanity, and make a dexterity check.
If only they'd had more rolls.
If only
out of the goodness of your heart at home, you can give them those rolls. Just putting that out there. That is in your hands. That is your power.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if you know this, dear audience, but I am notorious for failing sanity checks.
But you can change that. You can change that for this $50 to a great cause. You at home. can have an impact on this game.
Save us.
Okay.
Sarah McLaughlin
Percy-
plays in the distance.
Yes.
Did Percy make the dex check?
No.
Oh.
He's not a Dexy
Okay,
man.
so here's what happens, because basically, as you are making your way towards the other hatch, kind of coming across the top landing, the floor of the second floor is kind of creaking along. As you know, in the normal way, there's a slight creak as you step around on the second floor, but the creaking kind of stops for a moment, and then the entire floor just undulates, and you just have this sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. It just moves in a way that a floor shouldn't, and Percy lets out a bit of a shout and reaches onto the handrail overlooking the first floor for protection, or to steady himself, and the handrail begins to give way, and he begins falling. Hazel, what are you up to?
What you doing?
Oh no. So he's just staring up at nothing, or he's staring up at a thing that I am also.
He's kind of looking down at the floor that's moving, and is kind of lost his balance for a moment, and just tries to grab onto the handrail to steady himself. Unfortunately, when he does, his weight begins to carry him with the handrail kind of down towards the first floor.
Hazel will just launch herself to try and tackle him to the ground, but away from the handrail with no particular grace whatsoever. Just flings herself at him to try and make him, not fall down the stairs to his death.
Okay, Hazel can make a, I'll say a dexterity, or if you've got brawl, just to really
Let's do
football
some
tackle somebody.
dexterity. Let's do some dexterity. Hazel's not a brawler. Hazel's 5'2".
She might be
She can
scrappy.
brawl if she wants to.
That is a hard success. No, that's an extreme success.
Oh, excellent. So yeah, Percy begins to go, and Hazel is quick to respond, dives at him, carrying him to the ground, as you can hear the hand railing carrying itself the rest of the way down onto the first floor and breaking on the ground below.
As Hazel now realized she is very awkwardly on top of another human and kind of disentangles herself. I'm sorry about that, but you were gonna fall and die.
Yeah, thank
you. This house
Thank
is
you.
yeah. We need to join the others.
Yeah, we need to go. We need to go. Okay.
Okay, so you dust yourselves off and quickly make your way to the second trap door, pulling it down along with a set of stairs that kind of slide down with it, and the two of you begin to traipse your way up into the attic. And this attic, it's large and it's open except for the things that are kind of contained in here. And once the both of you are up in your respective corners, you can each see the light from the other on the other side.
Could we hear them like falling and crashing and whatnot, or are we?
Yeah. Off in the distance, you heard kind of an echo of a crash.
All right.
I almost died. She saved me.
I just it's all right is relative. Okay, but we are all in the attic now. Let's not split up again.
Were you attacked by a desiccated corpse? Because this one's been quiet.
No, I was attacked by a fucking railing.
The floor started moving. The floor started moving. Like
The floor
walls-
was moving.
The walls were moving, and then the floors were moving, and then the whole house is.
All right, so that's
Police
trunk.
is
Let's find it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I want out.
Can I trade you back for my flashlight?
Oh, yeah, yes. Here you go.
You did that with a torch in your.
Why do you think I had to roll dex?
Oh
boy, Hazel.
I mean, I was just really hoping for that botched roll where she sends both of you hurtling on fire down in the
I was fully expecting it.
I forgot she had the torch.
If this were Unknown Armies, that would have happened. But
So are there
Now,
any
all of you are up
thoughts?
here. You meet up, walk to the center of the attic, exchange light sources, and begin to look around. In here, there is quite a menagerie of various things: old chests, rocking horse, a broken mirror, a locked wardrobe. There's a tailor's dummy just in the corner.
All haunted.
Odd bits of
Haunted.
furniture and so on. There's bits of what look like expedition equipment that are kind of stored up in one corner. You find a couple of additional flashlights there. If
Excellent.
hand those bad boys
Oh
out.
yeah.
Mhm.
Do they work?
you have to go through a few of them before you find one with a battery that has any charge with it. They've kind of been neglected up here. These flashlights are considerably dimmer than Hazel's, but they get the job done compared to nothing at all.
Fair enough.
And as you look through this attic for various things, one of the things that you do find in kind of a small wet area near the south wall, there's one trunk that seems to have been flattened outwards, as if it had burst from an explosion within.
I think we found the trunk.
Yeah. Is there
I'll
any-
investigate the trunk. Taking a closer look.
Looking inside, there's the remains of some jungle clothing, a pith helmet, a compass, a .45 revolver, and a machete. In addition to that, you also find what looks like is an expedition diary.
I will hand the machete to Renee and immediately dive into the expedition diary.
Is there
Nice.
any way to assess where
birthday.
like the origin of the explosion within the chest is from? Like, is there a specific spot within that area?
Go ahead and make a spot hidden roll. And there's journal excerpt part 1 and 2 for you to peruse.
That's a fail. That's a 70/25.
The natives had it in their novels that if a man's soul was pure, the snake bite wouldn't harm him. Poor Hargreaves died almost immediately. Terrible agony. May 23rd. We met a shaman who claimed he could read the creepies. He prepared an ofrenda and had us chew cocoa leaves so that with his guidance he could take us to where he called the Green Dome. I feared this was purely shamanic nomenclature for some dream state. I'm thrilled to say that I was proven wrong. Only with the vital energies of the cocoa pulsing through us could we have kept up with the man climbed up mossy rocks through ravines into the deep recesses of the jungle, as though in a mad dance, reading the knots of the quipus as he moved like a blind man's map. Now, at long last, I write these words in the midst of the great dome. Woven into the jungle's growth, ancient and dark, it stands an eerie, silent. We are truly in the house of Pachamama. May 24th. Not Pachamama. Something else. A sinister twin, maybe? The carvings initially pled for Pachamama's manifestation, but the final offerings depicted a foul. Sacrifices of man and beast, left to rot. I've never seen the likes of rituals from this period. The carvings tell a story of building the dome and a priest's vision of some being whose name I can't discern. Something in the order of jungle mother of many offspring. It indicates that they believed their efforts were successful, but the glyphs abruptly end. May 28th. They're all dead. It comes every time I close my eyes. The stone lifting and that sound, the slick churning of it, and Lawrence's face suspended in horror as he burst from within. The revulsion as it spilled from the dome, gasping and thrashing. They surrounded us, those bastards. They led us here just to kill us. If I hadn't fallen in the river. Never again, never again. Never again.
So, I guess we know what happened to Professor Cornthwaite. Sort of.
Yeah, he got what he was coming to him.
I think he got something much worse than that.
And
And I
as
think
Hazel
he brought it
had-
back with him.
As Hazel had spent some time reading these diary entries to the lot of you, the rest of you, Silas, Renee, and Percy, make a listen check.
Oh, good.
Oh, delightful. So excited.
My listen has got to be. Oh. Oh, success.
Nice
19 out of
see.
20.
94 against my 40.
40
Okay.
under 45.
Okay, so Silas and Percy, you're listening to what Hazel's telling you, this unbelievable story, seemingly written in Cornthwaite's hand, but something else is distracting you. There's, in addition to the sound of the creaking that has kind of been omnipresent in this house ever since you've come into it, at first it sounds like rain, but it's not quite rain because there's no concussive rhythmic pattering to it. It's more like just the flow of water across the roof. And both of you look up and notice that there is along the walls, the southern wall of the house, it almost looks like there's a sheen of water along the wall, but water doesn't flow upwards.
Anybody see that?
What? Huh? What's what? What?
That.
Is it all across the wall, like the ceiling, or is it just
Across the entire kind of area that you're in, maybe 15 feet across, just flowing upwards.
Huh.
I ready the machete.
And everyone make a sanity roll.
Fuck me running.
82 over 58.
20
Failure.
20 under 51.
Oh
I would
my
like
god,
to
success.
Use my reroll. I rolled a 77 against my 70. So
Okay.
from Arceus, thank you very much.
Yeah, if y'all want Hazel to live,
Just remember, that's in your hands. That is your power in this game. We all have power in this world, and we choose how we use it. And you could.
I
use
was given a reroll from Zombie Pops. I'm not a player, so I'm gonna give that reroll to the one person who hasn't gotten one yet, and that is Percy.
oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be the keeper for a second, and I was like, no.
Oh no, the keeper's
God.
got plenty.
Oh
I'm
no.
sitting-
The keeper
I'm
has
sitting on
so
two of
much
those bad
power.
boys.
Maybe I won't die tonight.
My first roll was a 77. My reroll was a 78.
Oh.
Ooh.
Aw. Well, okay. So with that, Percy and Silas made their sanity checks. Hazel and Renee did not. Okay. Hazel, you lose 3 points of sanity. Renee, you lose 4 points of sanity.
Oof.
As this rising curtain of liquid, it doesn't just rise along the wall, it begins to push outward, and in the center of it flows freely with nothing containing it out as a snake-like pseudopod just floating unsupported through the air. And it's approaching. Which of you has the least luck?
Oh.
I have
What's everyone's
60.
luck?
55.
I have
45.
60.
Okay. So Hazel and Renee are utterly stunned by this this manifestation of who knows what. When suddenly the pseudopod of yellowy slime lashes out at Renee.
Oh.
But in his utterly shocked state, he stumbles back and isn't grabbed by it or touched at all. The tentacle retreats back into the wall, into the mass of slime. And underneath you, underneath all of you, in the floor, you can hear the sound of slow flowing liquid. What are you up to next?
The hell is this?
It's bad. It's very, very, very bad. And they canceled the order. They canceled the order for the truck full of salt.
We need more salt.
We need a truck full of salt. We gotta get out of this attic. We gotta get out of here. This is where it seems to be mostly coming from. And
so I look
Hazel grabs the journal and stuffs it in her bag, any other books, and starts limping over towards the.
I look down. Is there any? Can we see water on the ground at all, or do we just hear it?
You can hear it, but you can with your torch you can see amidst the flickering what looks like between the floorboards a shiny moisture underneath them rising.
Do you remember?
No, I just got these shoes.
There was salt on the entrance to the basement. Maybe it's safe down there.
Wait, that? I don't know.
Let's go.
Let's down, out of the attic. We have to get out of the attic.
There was salt around Arthur's bedroom, and he's nowhere to be found, so I'm not betting on it.
Okay, so the lot of you, are you making your way towards the trapdoor to get down?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll jump down on that corpse.
Okay.
Oh, God.
As you make your way towards the trapdoor, having emerged from the floor near it, is a pair of these tentacles that have risen up like pillars of slime near the door.
Wow.
Near the door to the room.
They are, or near the trapdoor rather. They are rhythmically undulating.
Is there a path to the other door?
Indeed, there is. This is a large open attic. You can make your way around past some of the other objects towards the other door, the trapdoor to the hidden room. You all turn around and make your way towards that door.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the quickness.
Make sure that the door is open at the bottom. I can't get trapped in there. I can't go down in there where it's so small and
we
dark.
We left it open. It's fine. We're good. We go.
Okay. As you proceed to make your way down there, who's leading the way? Renee?
Sure. I've got the machete. I'm very scared.
Okay. Well, with it, you all hear the house creaking in a way it's never creaked before. Just this loud, unsettling, booming creak through the entirety of the house, and you can actually feel the attic shift a little bit underfoot. And you make your way towards the trap door, prying it open, and make your way down. Renee, as you are making your way down into this crawl space, you can see that this crawl space is flexing. The walls are bending and creaking, and that door that was the fake fireplace is actually slowly shutting itself again.
Oh.
Make a dex check.
No. Oh, no. Oh, thank goodness. 71 against my 75.
Okay. You dive. You hadn't really gotten a good look at the corpse before, but now you have an up close and personal look at it as you dive onto this corpse. Make a sanity roll as it stares you with dead, lidless eye sockets just staring at you.
It's a 7 against my 66.
1 point of sanity. with a start, you manage to reach your hand out nonetheless and stop the door from closing. As everyone else begins to pile down after you, the lot of you pile back into the guest bedroom. Where are you going from here?
Slam that door closed first. We close that fireplace.
No salt in
Okay.
here.
Hazel,
that's-
salt in your bag. Salt in your bag.
Yeah, I've got salt. I've got salt. Is there? But there's, we just have to keep going. We have to keep going. We have to go past. There's not enough salt right now. We need to get out of this room. We need to get further out of the house. And
Try the front door. Do we think it's open?
let's go. Let's get out of here. We know what happened. We know what we have to do.
Let's go.
Okay. So the lot of you, you quickly rush out, trying to make your way out of the small side room into the large, open hallway. As you make your way out into this central area, into the central hall, you can hear this pulsing sound of liquid flowing, and everyone make a sanity check.
That is a
It's a sanity check for once.
that is a 33 under 51.
14 under 42.
77 again. Over 65. I'm throwing those dice away.
Oh, damn, sir.
Okay. So is it again Hazel and Renee failed
I
their checks?
passed this time. I passed this time.
Just Renee.
Just
Renee
Renee.
has failed.
Okay. Okay. Renee, you are going to lose 14 points of sanity to what you're about to see.
Oh no!
And
Oh no! Chat, help him out!
Come on, Chad. You have power in this game, and you need to stop using it to help the keeper.
Bunch
You're
of
spotting.
sadists in chat.
Give us a fighting chance, will you?
I'm about to describe what happens, but kind of what everyone else sees, I'll get to in a moment. Everyone else who succeeded on the roll, you lose 2 points of sanity. But Renee, this, well, basically all of you make your way out into the towards the first floor as you come around the corner, and the entire first floor has filled to about a depth of 4 feet with sickly yellow undulating goo.
Oh, God.
Renee, the only answer in this situation, you realize this entire group has been ruled by cowardice, unwilling to face the dangers ahead of them, and a red mist descends over you. Violence will carry you to victory.
Oh no!
God damn it.
Speaking of which,
So glad I gave you that machete.
Good thing he has a machete. Oh, there we go.
Everybody say thank you, Hazel.
and yes, with it, this undulating slime, you can see it creeping up the walls. And Renee, what are you doing?
This slime it will not get me. It may get everyone else, but it will not get me. I dash to the walls near the stairs and I start hacking at it with the machete. And just you filthy, you stain on reality.
So Renee rushes to the area near the stairs, hacking as it climbs up and begins to ooze its way around and onto the second floor landing in certain places where the pseudopods have kind of reached up that high.
Renee,
He is
what are you
hacking
doing?
madly at them,
Renee,
driving
no!
into the floor with a wooden thunk after wooden thunk after wooden thunk. Silas, what are you doing?
So we're on the second floor and they're about to get to it with like the goo and the whatnot. Is there a window?
There are to your left is the front of the house, and there are several or a pair of large windows. they're not boarded up, but they are shuttered, and the shutters are locked.
Are they windows that lead out to like balconies, like on these second floors, or are they windows that lead like to straight drops?
With it from when you came in, this led to a straight drop.
Fuck. Well, as far as I can see, we have about 2 options. Into the goo or out the window. What are our thoughts, ladies and gents?
Out the window, let's go!
Let's go! Renee, are you coming? Are you...
Renee!
What's the move?
The cowardice would leave now. We can beat it. We can kill it.
You think this thing has already killed like 2 people?
It's killed a lot more than 2 people. It killed an entire expedition of highly trained explorers.
You listen to him. He has sense.
I'm 130 pounds soaking wet. I'm out the window. Let's fucking.
So the shutters are like bolted and locked on the windows, right?
Yeah, correct.
Oh, they are.
Okay. I'm going to take a deep breath, look at the shutters, and I make an incant to blast the shutters open. Kanat kuat fatahat al taruk. As she like throws her hands forward and a huge gust of force blasts off towards the shutters.
As Hazel chants, all of you who are nearby, Silas and Percy, you can taste the electricity of the words in your mouths. And just as suddenly as she starts chanting, she stops, and this rippling wave of force emerges from her hands. How many points of magic are you putting into this?
I'll put 10.
Okay. Hazel loses 3 points of sanity, and this rippling wave of force expands far beyond her, merely the space in front of her, blowing out about 40 feet of the front wall of the house, sending it hurtling out into the garden and into the driveway, chunks of it landing in the decorative fountain out front, and sunlight is shining into the place. And the entire house is making very unhealthy creaks now.
I think it's time we made our exit. Let's go. Renee, it's now or never, bud.
Percy.
Yeah?
What are you up to?
I want to try to pull Renee towards the opening.
Okay. So Percy turns back, makes his way back towards Renee, trying to pull him from his valiant struggle, chopping away at the ground as these pseudopods and tentacles begin to reach up around him. It's a side note. Hazel, you've lost 3 sanity casting the spell. And as Renee is being tugged away from the stairs, several pseudopods lift themselves up out of the mire below and begin to lash out at Percy and Renee. Percy and Renee, make either a dodge check or a brawl check. Renee, you can only make a brawl check because you're not running.
Understood.
Oh,
bad.
Where's my brawl?
So close. 27 against my 25.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Percy.
critical success! It's a 4 out of 25.
King.
Okay, so several of these tentacles lash out at Percy as he deftly steps back out of their range. Although Renee is not so lucky, as Renee makes no attempt to avoid them. He merely leans in, chopping with his machete, and with that, several of these pseudopods lash around him, and one of them covering his head in its entirety.
Oh.
Renee, make a strength check.
Oh, good.
Oh, God.
Skill.
Oh, come on, chat.
Come
Chat,
Come
may
on,
I remind
chat.
you once again that donating to this worthy cause
In the
is safe.
arms of the angels.
And I would like to remind our dear Renee that you have a tis but a scratch. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that'll help reduce some of the damage that he takes, which means he'll be, alive
But
to
our-
feel it for longer.
Our darling chat could do
The world's
so
favorite
much.
Frenchman is about to eat it. Here we go.
Oh no.
41 against 35.
Okay. Okay, so with that, this thing has you utterly incapacitated, and the tentacles are just covering you in this yellow, musky, fungal slime. With that, you are unable to pull yourself free as you impotently thrash against them as they just more and more of the slime pours onto you. Silas, you're near the exit, the massive hole that's been blown in the front of the second story with Hazel.
There's a moment of hesitation of, that's my friend, but Percy, it's now or never. What's the plan? I'm headed out. Are you coming with, or are you staying here to die? Thoughts?
Fuck! I run out the window.
Okay. Are the three of you?
I would just say I turn and I kind of. It's been nice knowing you, Renee. Wish it could have ended better. And I'm out the window.
Renee, make a Constitution check.
Hazel's not going out the window.
Girl!
100.
Awesome.
God damn!
Silas, make a Sanity check.
Shit.
Oh no.
That right there. That's the 60 over 49.
Okay.
I hate it
well,
here.
You lose another 4 points of sanity. And
Damn!
the others are preparing to leap off. You turn back to look at your friend Renee, and what you see is the tentacles wrapped around him, this slime. You see his mouth forced open, and the tentacle or slime or whatever it is seems to be pouring into him. You can actually see his chest bulging as blood begins to pour out of his nose and mouth. Hazel and Percy, meanwhile, go ahead and make a jump check.
I wasn't gonna jump out, but if that happens to Renee,
I said I was jumping, and Hazel said she wasn't.
Oh, okay.
So
Percy and Silas make the jump.
What is my jump?
No way, 92. I don't even know what my jump is. No way.
Oh no.
That's a 32.
Yeah, it's a 20.
I made the jump, just barely.
Okay, Silas nimbly, with his dancer's grace, leaps to the ground below, unharmed.
Yes.
Percy lands ugly. Do you wanna push the roll and risk even worse injury, or spend luck points?
Ooh,
Spend that
zombie pops. I'm gonna use that luck. Thank you.
Okay.
9.
Okay. So Percy looks like he's about to land really hard and unpleasantly. But the last second, tucks into a roll and springs up, surprisingly sprightly for someone as stiffly dressed as he is. Meanwhile, up top, Hazel, are you looking back to the fate of Renee?
Yeah, Hazel dumps the remainder of the salt into her hands and casts her spell one more time, trying to blast the salt at the tentacles that have taken over Renee. This is what she's here to stop. This is what she's here to do.
Okay, just kind of back towards the rear of the house.
She's trying to use the force to blow the salt in a, scattershot pattern, like at the tentacle that's got Renee.
Oh, specifically at Renee's. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she throws her hands out. Aquam bita wit quat bata hat ataruk. And
Not the mood lighting.
I'll put. Oh no! Don't put. The remaining 5 points of magic that she. Can you also? You can add sanity points to your magic pool.
No, typically not. But if you want to make a Cthulhu Mythos roll, I'll let you augment this spell.
Let's see what we got.
While she's making that roll, I'm once again reminding you, you have the power to save our favorite Frenchman. It is in your hands.
I do have one question. I do have a spare roll over from a health bonus. Would that do anything in this situation?
Well, in this case, what's happened to you is you've taken 7 points of damage as this has poured in, and it's just beginning to fill your interior and try to burst your chest cavity out. What it's but a scratch is it's bad, but it's not quite as bad as it looks from the outside. You get 3 of those hit points back, so you're still down 4 hit points.
That is a 13 under 14 on my mythos roll.
Okay. Okay.
I am down to 1 hit point.
Hazel, are you holding any of your magic back?
No, this is a last-ditch effort to try and just, free him from the confines of this tentacle and drag his ass out the window.
Okay. Well, I mean, you probably are gonna want to keep at least 1 back to remain conscious. Is basically.
Yeah, we'll keep enough to be there, but it's most of what she's got.
Okay. So with that, you let out another incantation and a final blast, leaving yourself drained. You drop to a knee, heaving in pain, as this salt-infused blast tears at the tentacles that are covering Renee, causing them to boil into a dark black smoke in all directions as Renee is sent hurtling back against the wall, unconscious but alive.
I shout up to Hazel, "Come on, lady, let's go!"
I got Renee loose, but I don't know if I can drag him out the window. Well, she starts desperately clutching at Renee and trying. Come on, wake up! You can do this. Come on, wake up! We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Come on, Renee.
Okay. If you're gonna try to wake him up, go ahead and make a first aid roll.
17 under 25. Is that my first aid?
Okay.
Come on, chat. You want this Frenchman to live?
Come on, chat. Come on.
17. Oh no, that's a hard success. 17 under 50. I forgot. She's a Girl Scout.
Hell yeah!
Lord Jesus, give me a jet plane. I mean, give me a Frenchman.
Not sponsored by the Girl Scouts.
You reach through your bag, find yourself a nice little morphine syringe and some smelling salts, and bring him to consciousness again. And Renee, your eyes flicker open. You are not in good shape. You get 1 hit point back, but yeah, you can just taste. It just tastes like fungal rot and your own blood.
Am I still completely insane?
You're barely able to breathe. Go ahead and make another sanity roll, both of you. There's one last horror.
Chat, you could help them out so much. It's for the low price of helping out
Please.
an amazing organization that's changing lives in the real world.
@1 critical success.
Okay. Renee, how'd you do on your sanity check?
83.
Awesome.
Or 51.
Okay.
God damn it.
So, Renee, Hazel is trying to pull you towards the exit at the front of the house that she blasted open so recently. As you make your way there, you can actually see the floor above, the attic, bowing down up there as the house is beginning to collapse from having had so much structural damage done to it. But Hazel, as you're looking forward, Renee is looking back behind you. And Renee, what you see is the mass, the bulk of this slime oozing itself up onto the second floor. And what you catch in the light from outside is two figures contained within. One is the broken and twisted body of the sheriff from before, his face in a mask of terror, unmoving within, as you can see his body stretching and pulsing within the mass itself. And a little further off to the side behind him, you see the corroded body of an older man dressed in a bathrobe, equally as broken, looking perhaps even boneless within. And their floating bodies are you can see even now dissolving more and more. And with that, you lose another 4 points of sanity.
It has not been Renee's favorite day.
Hazel, you make your way to the front of the house. What are you doing? You're carrying Renee in tow.
I'm like, I'm limping, half dragging, like just struggling to get to the opening where I fully intend to fling myself out of this house.
I grab Percy and we gotta catch him. We gotta try.
You had the same idea. Let's try like a fireman catch. Like we link our arms.
Okay, we do that. Throw him down.
Phil and Renee, make a jump check.
Oh no.
Percy and Silas, make a listen check.
Fuck.
Boy.
Here we go.
What is my list? 40 under 45.
Okay.
Silas. 25 over 20.
Okay, so Renee's failed his jump. You can spend 5 points of luck to make that.
Oh,
even without.
and I will do that.
Okay.
And we have a bonus to Renee.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you, chat.
Courtesy of an angel who wishes to remain anonymous.
So,
the arms of an angel.
Does Hazel make her jump?
No, Hazel got a 99 over 20.
God.
Okay. So, Silas, you see, you hear first, as you're working with Percy to prepare to catch them as they come down. You hear the straining sound of wood, and it's coming from the front door, and you can see slick yellow slime pouring out
Luke, no.
from underneath the door.
No. Luke, no.
So, as Hazel jumps down, are the two of you going to stand there to catch her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Renee, you
Don't
managed.
say it like that.
You managed to leap down to safety. Hazel, you leap down, and fortunately, you were caught by Silas and Percy before you have a nasty fall and injure yourself more. But which of the three of you remaining has the lowest luck?
I have a 60.
60.
Hazel?
55.
Well, now that she's down there, you have caught Hazel, and you have her, and then a tentacle lashes out from beneath this oozing at the front door, and wraps around Hazel's head, trying to pull her from the two of you back towards the house as the front door is slowly opening and a wall of slime is emerging from it.
I pull my switchblade. Can I cut it?
Make a brawl check.
Is there any salt left in the salt shaker that she had?
Unfortunately not. She used it all to save Renee.
That's a 17 under 25, folks. That's a 17 under 25.
So you're cutting at this thing, and it's like trying to cut through through a mass of Jello, a mass of jam. It's just pure slime, and you're cutting frantically on it, but it keeps flowing back together as you run your blade through it. Percy, what are you up to?
I'm gonna try to, like, if I see this tentacle kind of separate from itself a little bit, I want to try to pull her back.
Make a strength roll.
Come on, King. Come on, Shad. Don't you wanna help a boy out? Don't you wanna help a lad? Save a lady?
95.
God damn.
Let me look
So,
at my strength.
Percy is pulling as best he can. Hazel, go ahead and make a strength check of your own.
Can I push it? Can I push it with my luck?
Yeah, you can. There are unforeseen consequences if you fail this push roll, though.
Fucking surprisingly, 27 under 35.
Hell yeah.
Strength check.
Hell yeah, queen.
Willpower, baby.
Renee would like to just run at her and latch on and help pull as hard as he can.
Okay. So, Renee, go ahead and make a strength check as well, then.
Okay. 21 against 35.
We're in the home stretch here, folks.
And with the three of you tugging, Silas trying to chop away at the tentacle with his blade, you're able to pull Hazel away from it as chunks of her hair are pulled free in the thing, and the four of you go crashing to the ground in the driveway as the mass begins to flow slowly in your direction.
Oh,
What are the four of you doing?
Run.
I'm up. I'm scrambling.
Run
I'm
now.
pulling Hazel. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm running. I am gone.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm-
God.
Pulling Renee with me.
Stumbling along, he's trying to keep up.
As you all flee towards the front of the property, towards the old metal
car.
gates.
I'm running for Percy's car. Get the keys. Get the keys.
They're already in my hand.
Okay, and with that, sure enough, you're all able to load up into Percy's car if you'd like, or Hazel as well has her own
Hazel,
method
baby,
of
fuck
conveyance.
That car. Fuck that car.
Hazel can barely walk at this point.
We're in the car.
Hazel's getting dumped in a back seat, I think.
I'm shotgun. I'm just go. I'm like hitting the. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm turning the key in the ignition.
Okay, everyone piles into Percy's car and drives off into the setting sun away from the house. And with that, I suppose we will draw our story to a close. Perhaps
We
in
made
the
it.
time after this, Hazel makes a return with that dump truck full of salt. Perhaps not.
Oh, I feel that it's very strongly we need to have player discussions about epilogues right here.
Okay.
If we're putting a bow on this, I mean, yes, it is exactly the perfect time to wrap it chronologically speaking. But you can't leave me hanging like that, and you certainly can't leave the chat hanging. We got viewers here. We need to know. I mean, like, okay, so you're all. I'm the keeper now. You're all in the car.
Okay. All right. Silas is in the car.
Where are you going? What's the conversations that are happening? How the hell are you going to rationalize what you've done and what comes next?
We have to get back to we have to get back we have to get the salt,
honey.
and then we have to burn it all down.
Hey, love of my life, honey. What the fuck? What
was that?
What the fuck was that?
What was that?
You were gonna tell anybody that was like a thing.
Was that the
happened?
thing? Was that the
I
thing
didn't
that you
know
were
that
talking
was a
about?
thing that was gonna happen. I didn't know.
Renee,
I didn't know
hey.
there would be anything like that.
How are you? Hospital? Is there a hospital in town? Doctor, something.
No, there's no hospital in Ghent. We need to go back to Arkham. We don't want to go
How
to a
far?
hospital.
We're going to Arkham. We're not getting out of this car.
I don't know where Arkham is. Where's Arkham?
Hazel, directions, something.
It's not
Small
following
city
us,
up
is
the
it?
road on the coast of Massachusetts.
Is
but,
it following us?
I'm
Austin
keeping an eye on the
Peterson.
rear view.
Oh, thank God.
We need to stop and make a phone call first.
Absolutely not.
We have to get this. We have to get the truck salt.
Percy, this is a really nice car.
Thank you. I paid a lot of money for it.
Silas just starts laughing.
+5 luck.
Don't even worry about bleeding on the seats. I don't even give a shit about that right now.
I'm thinking dinner on the Dodge Brothers. Does that sound good to y'all?
Yeah, those some shitty fucking lawyers.
I'm thinking we call back to the Dodge Brothers, and we get sweet Miss Hazel. Maybe threaten a little bit of a lawsuit.
We need.
I think that.
Salt.
I think
need
that's.
salt.
We're gonna get salt. Don't worry, sweet. We're gonna get so much salt. Oh my God.
And fire.
This is gonna make a. You know what? This could make a
Salt
great
first.
musical.
Salt first, and then burn. I mean, don't put a play on about this. Don't tell anyone about this. We have to keep this amongst ourselves. We have to put
Well,
salt,
think of it this way,
and then we
think
have
of
to
it this way.
burn the whole place down. Salt
We
and
make
burn
it
the
nice
earth
and
behind us.
fictional.
We can
We
make
add
it
a
look
few-
like an accident.
We had a few tap numbers in, royalties, of course, to all of you for writers' fees. Many thoughts to consider, many things to ponder.
I left
Look.
my clarinet back at the house.
I will get you another one.
I will buy you another clarinet. I will buy you.
So-
I will buy you the.
Coming soon to
nicest
Broadway,
clarinet.
the Cracked and Crooked Manse, a musical station. Thrill and chill as undulating slime makes Silas Merriweather dance his heart out.
Front row tickets to all three of you.
I love it.
I
I
just
get to
wanted
see
to
the
say,
show that I'm in.
I'm sorry for being such an ass all the time,
You know
especially to you, Hazel.
what? With an ass like that,
Well,
that's okay.
oh my. Well, I'm glad you two are in the front seat.
We just filled you from a house. Let's relax. Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, let's do that.
Will our intrepid investigators destroy this horrendous and horrific monster? Will they follow the clues back to its source, or will they never speak of this again, letting the next hapless investigator stumble into peril? Well, we may never know, or maybe we will. Maybe next time. Who can say? Write in omniverse.media. Let us know if you want to see more. Will there be a sequel? It's up to you.
Feel free to tweet me your Silas headcanons. I'd love them.
Yes.
Gimme.
love
I
it.
love to be
I
perceived.
love it.
Yes. Love them.
As everybody
Does chat
recklessly...
know? Does chat know they're only like $40 away from the next giveaway?
Chat no.
Chat. I'm trying to help you out. You help me. I'm trying to help you. You're like $42 away.
Think
from
about
a
it.
book giveaway.
Are we going into overtime if we get the last $42 where we...
I mean, we could have a
guys
nice
go
little
back to the
wrap-up
Dodge place?
conversation. No.
There could be a nice
Let's have a nice
dinner.
little wrap-up. Let's have a nice dinner. We get shawarma.
Mm, shawarma.
We're here for a good cause, so we'll do whatever they want us to do. If their money's good, so are we.
I'll do a nice little Charleston, you know. I'll whip out the moves, some Silas moves.
Yes.
I mean, I am a trained dancer. I don't know how forgiving this carpet would be.
Until
got
the players are begging me to stop.
Yeah.
I was a swing dancer back in the day, so.
Oh, me, I took a year of ballroom dance, learned a little swing.
Ooh, very nice.
When
We
things
get
are a little.
to 1,666 for that next book drop. Also, if Sawyer, if your camera's accommodating, could we get a Charleston to go with that? Or do you think we
Of
can?
course, I could get I'll do you one better. A Charleston with a song accompanied. I got you.
Heyo.
I myself.
Love it.
Song and dance.
I song and dance. I got you.
Love it. Okay. Well, in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to maybe happen, let's decompress a little bit. How is everybody feeling out of character?
I'm feeling great.
That was so much fun. That was awesome.
My heart
Very
rate is finally settling.
Oh my god. I love it. You're all so amazing. I'm so
We
glad
did
I
it.
got to play with
We
you.
did it.
It's crazy none of you died. Like it really is. Like that
Yeah,
was
real
so close.
We're all close.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I don't think I've personally ever borne witness to a situation that was that terrible, that's where someone actually lived. Like that's remarkable. Well done.
That's all up to Miss Hazel Martin right there. She's like,
Mhm.
I'll be
Yep,
damned
that's
if
true.
I'm leaving Renee.
MVP,
And the chat.
honestly.
Silas and Percy are like,
Chat's
good knowing you."
definitely the MVP on
Yeah.
this.
This is a
MVP.
shout out to the chat, our lovely, lovely viewers. Thank you so much for keeping us afloat tonight and for
Okay.
giving to this wonderful cause.
Someone sarcastically, I assume, has donated so that we have not hit the goal yet. We are at $1,165.69.
I'm gonna start readying my setup for Charleston.
Look,
This came with the message. Everyone get some sleep. Oh, and Evan has just donated saying sing pretty please. So we are now at $1,685.69. There's a book drop going on, and we're gonna get us a song and dance.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I'm so excited.
I'm going. Hold on. I have to take my headphones off so I won't be able to hear y'all. But I'm configuring the room. Give me 1 second.
Oh my gosh, I was so okay. I'm very excited because when we all got together and it was mentioned that Silas was gonna be like a dancer, I was like, Cthulhu game with a dance break. So this makes me so happy that this is happening. Yes.
So does anybody have any questions about like what transpired here? There were a lot of you went through a lot. A lot was thrown at you.
So was the basement instant death if we made it there?
Oh yeah, I want to know what's in the basement.
It depends.
You're not gonna be able to really see my feet or my face. Is that okay? Wait a
I
minute.
mean, we do what you gotta do, Sawyer.
We got
whatever you can do. Yeah.
We're sure gonna give it a shot. Let's hear this song.
This is a creature that moves.
Eyes
So
are two, eyes are blue, but oh, what those 5 feet can do. Has anybody seen a gal? Turned up nose, turned down hose, flapper, yes sir, one of those. Has anybody seen my gal? Thoughts?
Yes, he's amazing.
That was a routine from my musical theater history of dance class.
I love it.
Okay, well,
so good.
Excellent. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for
Sawyer.
gracing us with that, Sawyer.
Thank you, chat, for making it happen.
Yes, thank you, chat.
We got a lot of people to thank.
If you want to hear
Now,
more
I
about song and
suppose-
dance, follow me on Twitter.
So to give some closure to this story, then.
Oh yeah.
What's
with
in
it,
the basement?
I presume at the end of this, then there's a frantic drive with Percy making your way back to the Dodge brothers as the three of them are closing up shop for the day. They all are shocked and appalled at your disheveled state, but eventually you're able to convince them all to acquire that strange truck full of salt, which had already been put in for an express request. And actually, before midnight that night, you've already had it delivered to the site, where the next morning, as the lot of you wait atop this mountain of salt, you can hear the sound, although you can't see it, of the creature, the entity, slithering out from somewhere in the yard back down into the basement. And with that, you pull the lever on the truck, dumping the mountain of salt into the house. And for a moment, it seems like perhaps this was all a dream, nothing but a severely damaged house with its front door blown out. But then the smoke starts up, and the sizzling noise that grows louder and louder as the house itself begins to shudder and shake, and you can see pseudopods of slime lifting themselves up, crashing madly, baying the house to waste, hurling chunks of the house everywhere as burning and salt and smoke fly in all directions, leaving the place a tattered, destroyed wreck, a smoking hole in the ground with discolored chunks of wood hanging up at odd angles. And then everything is silent. Nothing but the sounds of birds in the distance and your own breaths. Then, realizing it's all over, you hear an inquiring voice behind you, back at the gate. There's an old man standing there, looking kind of confused, but not like he's too concerned about it. He says, "Y'all folks want to buy a Bible?" Black.
Oh my god.
We did it. We did it.
So,
I very
feel like
much
I need
doubt
one after that.
Gerson is here. I doubt he's still here. Maybe we should check to see if he'd come and can deliver that line for us.
I think we probably just get to the after talk.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
seems better.
Oh wow! Okay, you did it.
Oh,
You saved the
man.
day.
Thank you, chat, for giving us that epilogue.
Yes, chat.
Beautiful.
You're
Thank you,
incredible.
chat. I'm
So-
Incredible.
A very, very incredible because oh wow, we have a last minute donation, so it's pushed us.
Killing
we
it.
are at $1,700.69.
Nice. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you all
Excellent.
so much for giving all this. That last one came from Garrier. We also had Evan, Sarah loves you. Surprise, surprise, it was Colin that gave Renee the last boo.
Yay!
We love you,
Our-
Colin.
our
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
director.
Colin.
Naked Bacon says, keep fighting the good fight. There's, of course, Zombie Pops. Tord Skoog said, oh, those wacky cultists, they really get my goat.
Don't they just?
Anonymous said, more later, this is for kicks, and what they did with their donation of $13 was they pushed us to $1,469.69.
Yeah.
And shout out again to the rest of the folks who donated tonight. Jake, Catosaurus Rex, Bradley Russell, Commander Jesse, Evan Tess Murray, Tamara, Severely Trans, and 4 generous and kind anonymous people.
Yay!
Thank you so much. So we also had a bunch of winners that happened in the chat. Garrier, who said bravo in this last donation, won a PDF. SafetyBot also won a PDF, and Jake Flawless won a physical book giveaway. Of course, we still probably have physical books. I don't is the giveaway in the chat still running? Where are we with that? It's currently happening now. So if you're in the chat, pay attention. Do what you got to do. Get yourself a copy of Mansions of Madness. It is an exquisite book, 224 pages, full color, 5 scenarios.
And I think a couple of the scenarios are like brand new ones. Even if you had like the old version from the 90s, this book's actually different than the original one.
Yeah, it is much enhanced. Now, some things you should know about. Namely, in order to make this production happen, we ran a version of this already. Myself and Luke and Brandon, who played Father Grandfather, and Colin, and Jared Pope, who does the amazing art for a lot of our Cthulhu work and made these cool frames that you're seeing all of us in right now. We got together and we ran our own very, very different version of this game. So if you'd like to hear that, you should head over to our Patreon at patreon.com/omniversemedia. In the weeks to come, we will be posting that session in installments. Just like we'll be posting this series in installments to our main feed, but that one test one that is for patrons only, along with a lot of other cool exclusive bonus content, including an entire series of Cthulhu that is someday going to be turned into a full-fledged audio drama, but it's in post-production right now. Also, shout out to another a well-known anonymous user who says, I still hate fun, and donated $1.31 so that we no longer have 69 cents to our name. We are at $1,702. Thank you very much for your generosity and rapier wit. Let's see. So
thanks so much for supporting TLC. It really means a lot. We're excited to be able to come to them with this offering. It's all thanks to you fine folks. This is our first time doing this, and it really means a lot that everybody tuned in. Let's see. Series 3 of the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program is coming early next year, alongside a crowdfunding campaign to help us do post-production for Series 4, 5, and 6, which are all recorded. There's also plenty else in store for the future of the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program, and thank you so much for being a part of this. Let's see. Folks, before we cash out, while we give some more time to see who won the final book, any thoughts or things you'd like to plug about your current work or anything like that?
If you've got questions about the game, you're welcome to ask those too. That's fine.
I have a plug, sure. Next Saturday, I am hosting a streaming nerdy burlesque show. It's going to be cartoon themed, and it will also be available on demand if you can't make the stream Saturday at 9 p.m. You can get your tickets at rubyshowtix.com.
Is that Tix with an X?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
And please come see it. I learned how to edit video for this.
I'm so proud of you.
Nice.
You can find me on Twitter at Queer Elf Club with the underscores. You can find me on TikTok with the same username without the underscores if you'd like to see me do more cosplay, more singing, more of that. You can find my voice on This Planet Needs a Name, Hughes Makes Ghost Detectives, Light Hearts, and many other podcasts. And most recently, Cassie and the Spectral Shade, a podcast musical that I'm playing a lead in.
Ooh, awesome.
Do you have an elevator pitch for that one?
So there's a lot going on. Basically, music is the key to everything, including to another dimension. And a group of school kids are finding their way in and out of it.
So
awesome.
cool.
That sounds cool.
As for me, you can find my voice on many podcasts on Omniverse Media, which would be the Ghostbusters Resurrection podcast, the RPG from Scratch podcast that I host, as well as Leyliners. And I'm also involved in a few separate microsodes that we've done in Omniverse and various random things. So but you can find me at rpgfromscratch.com, or sorry, patreon.com/rpgfromscratch. And we're on Twitter at homebrewhombres.
Caleb, I guess that's your musical sting.
Yeah, you can find my voice on many podcasts as well, audio dramas mostly, all exclusively. You can find me on Jim Robbie and the Wanderers, Valence, In Between. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Cool. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned for new installments of the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program. Stay fighting for trans liberation. And congratulations to Severely Trans, who won a copy of Mansions of Madness.
All right.
Nice
Well done.
job. Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right, folks. You are such an amazing cast. Sawyer, Caleb, Dottie, Josh, thanks so much for being here and doing this. This has been an incredible journey. I'm so glad we got to do this crazy thing with you. This has been so much fun.
It was a blast.
So fun.
Love it.
Once again, head to the Patreon for Omniverse, patreon.com/Omniverse Media. That supports what we do. It helps offset production costs. It helps keep us alive, keep the light on in this studio space and everything else. And we actually made some custom expansions for this module for Crook'd and Crook'd Manse. Some of the stuff, the handouts that you folks got, were not with the book. We made them ourselves, and if you like them, you can find them on Patreon.
Heck yeah. I'm just watching this like donation war of like putting it back at a round number and at 69 cents happening.
Keep fighting the good fight.
And I live
Right.
for it.
Yeah, something has happened. Oh, wow. Okay, holy smokes. Okay. So 3 additional anonymous donations someone gave $1.69 and said, sorry, it's too easy. And then I assume the person who hates fun said, oh, no, you don't.
I love
The
it.
total back out to $1,705.
Yes, best chat is best.
Ridiculous.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
it.
You're amazing.
Love
You're
it.
amazing.
Lovely chat, lovely chat.
Majestic.
Yes. Okay. Well, everyone, have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for tuning in and supporting Trans Liberation, the Transgender Law Center. We will see you very, very soon. Stay tuned at Cthulhu Mystery on all our socials, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program. This production of the Cracked and Crook'd Manse is performed by Keeper Luke Stram, Kat Blackard, Caleb Del Rio, Sawyer Greene, Joshua LaForge, and Dottie Vox, based on a scenario from Mansions of Madness, written by Stuart Boone, Sean DeWolf, Gavin Inglis, Christopher Lackey, and Mark Morrison. Published by Chaosium Incorporated. Find the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program's award-winning audio drama series on your favorite podcast platform or at CthulhuMystery.com. This is an Omniverse production. It's produced by Kat Blackard, Colin Peterson, and John Sebastian LaValle. Colin Peterson is the project lead, director, and live stream producer. Sound effects by John Sebastian LaValle. The original score is composed and performed by Ryan McQuinn and Mike McQuinn of Neon Dolphin. Home for all your custom music needs and more, neondolphinmusic.com. The video frames were created by Jared Pope, and the Cthulhu animation appears courtesy of Ruben Lara. Find more of Ruben's work on Instagram and Threadless at Pingolito. Tech support provided by Boar. Stream consulting and moderation provided by Dizdon Bates. Special thanks to James DeCola of the Arkham Paranormal Research Society. This program is made possible by the support of listeners like you. Head to patreon.com/Omniverse Media to join our community of fans and unlock further secrets. All characters appearing are fictitious, and any resemblance to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. This has been the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program. Good night.
Thanks for tuning in to the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program live. If you enjoyed this presentation, please be sure to subscribe to our Twitch stream, Omniverse Media, and subscribe to the Call of Cthulhu Mystery Program on your favorite podcast player. Head to CthulhuMystery.com for more info. We'll see you next time.